And we are live.
95.
Hello.
Okay, just checking all the stats, checking all the things. Yeah, we're looking good.
Are we?
Yeah, okay,
Chat,
good.
let us know if we're looking good. Please.
I get
Our
paranoid.
egos need stroked.
But greetings, bookworms, and welcome to yet another exciting chapter of A Tale the 20 presents Descent into the Void Campaign 2, where friends join together to tell a story of mythic proportion. So, before we begin, how's everyone doing today? Hello, hello, hello. Hope you had a great long time since we've last been together. 3 weeks.
Spring break, as it were.
Spring break.
And a few holidays. Yes, it's been nice. Refreshing. It's getting warmer here,
Oh my
Got to-
goodness.
which we
Got to go
love.
fishing. I just enjoy the sun and the sound of the earth. Love it.
Fantastic, fantastic. Anything interesting happened that you would like to tell the viewers and all of us and from anyone that in these past few weeks?
Charles did a ding dang wrestle again this weekend. Another battle royale in the books,
Rock on.
which they didn't win.
It's okay.
Aw.
It's okay.
Boo.
It's okay.
Who blame
You know
the
what?
ref? It's the ref's
Revenge
fault.
match.
Revenge
Cheating.
match. Yeah. Cheating.
Someone hit Charles really, really hard. Okay, it was a really hard.
How was Charles's
It's late-
lumbar?
It's later out. You know.
Well, awesome. Well, I'm glad you're all doing well, and I'm glad you're all here today so we can get right back into it. As you can see, two of our players unfortunately cannot make it today. The newlyweds, Katie and Ben, are doing all wedding stuff and all that, and they could not make it. Their characters will be mysteriously somewhere until they return. But doesn't mean that the rest of the circle of Mu67J, Mu Kids on the Block, G Unit, I think I saw G. I don't know. You guys had a ton of things. We'll see exactly what you name yourselves. Can't go on, but.
Bagoo.
The Bagoo, that was it. The Bagoo.
The Bagoo. My favorite
I think
one.
that was the best one.
Yeah, that one rules.
Travis kills himself.
We all can't be happy, I suppose.
But nevertheless, yeah, we have an exciting time to go ahead. We're gonna do after we go through the intro and all that stuff. We'll do a little recap just to remind us everything that's happening in this world because it's been a bit, and then jump right back in because we're in the middle of a dungeon crawl. So
Crawling them dungeons. Let's do this.
dungeons, and there were signs of dragons. So yeah, playing true to the game. But without further ado, if that's announcements. A couple announcements I do want to go over. Don't forget, Monday we are back with Radiant Citadel. Travis will be DMing, and Zach and I, as long as everything goes well, is fine. You never know what could happen, but we should be in it as well, and can't wait till we dive in and continue that mystery of the Radiant Citadel. Other than that,
Let's
I think.
fucking wrap this one up. I'm ready for the next adventure.
Oh, nice.
Let's finalize it.
I'm ready to just to blast. I'm ready to just smite people with a holy sword, even though I'm a fighter, not a paladin. But yeah, I cannot wait. It is a very small week, or this week. We only have Radiant Citadel, unless something else pops up. And then, of course, next Sunday, Descent into the Void as well. But we have lots to be in store for you guys, so I'm very excited for what the coming days or weeks will bring. As always, this is in Fantasy Grounds. We are in a Fantasy Grounds affiliate, so you can go ahead and if you enjoy Fantasy Grounds, it is a great and wonderful virtual tabletop experience. So you can click down on our affiliate link below, down there somewhere, and you can download it for free and discover the amazingness that is the virtual tabletop of Fantasy Grounds. And as always, if you can catch everything at Tale D20s at www.ataild20s.com, where you can see all our affiliates and partners and things like that. And of course, follow us on twitch.tv/ataild20s. Other than that, there's no other further announcements, why don't we just dive right into tonight's episode of Descent into the Void, Campaign 2. Cue the intro. Alrighty. So, last time on Descent into the Void, we had met with several inhabitants of the world of Adramel, specifically those who are adventuring to the school, the Citadel, known as the Fractal Centaurum. Zendaric, Sully, Kievon, Ireland, Andrina, and Ink all came from several different sections of the realms, the 5 realms known as the Pentad, to matriculate at one of the most esteemed colleges known as the Fractal Centaurum. But they all had their own motivations along the way. There they met with other like-minded individuals, each other, and formed something known as a circle that was a strong bond between what is known as Magus and Martialis, those who delve into the magic arts and the martial arts as spellbinders. These are amazing warriors that combat against the evils known as the Spell Scourge. The Spell Scourge is a plague that's inhabiting those who are woven or magically touched, if you will. And it was their duty as a sort of last line of defense from the evil Spell Scourge. That being said, they had traveled together to their dormitory and met their kind of squad leader, their dean leader, known as Lucian Shadowbrook. He was a very dark and sullen individual, but seemed to somewhat care for his group, as his last one seemed to have met with an untimely demise. With that being said, the group all decided to venture off and go to class and possibly break some spells or do some type of adventuring so they can earn their keep here at the Fractal Centaurum. You all had participated first in a class that was run by Marius Stormwind. Marius was a teacher of the arts of manamancy and arcanomancy and how to weave the words of spells and kind of, what was the word we use? Manifest your abilities, your magical abilities, which you all were successful in, receiving for the next 24 hours +1 to your spell DCs and spell attacks. So juiced and ready to go. Now that if you've learned more, you went to the bulletin board where many quests were placed, and they were lettered G through S, in order, or I should say G going up to A, and then of course the top one being S. Picking one of the lower ones, the E and the G areas, you saw that there was a quest given by Omelia, an artificer. It seemed that she had a automaton, a sort of machine, a golem that went awry, and she needed someone to help put a stop to it. So as you went and traveled, you met her, and she was a very kooky, crazy-looking gnome who was all sorts of inventions, and she had told you that the golem had escaped through the back and went into some strange, mysterious cave. And she dare not go in there, but you powerful spellbinders would be able to handle it. And she assured you that it wouldn't be much danger. And so you acquiesced and went down to that dungeon area, and you discovered that it was something unlike you've never seen before. It was very old, ancient. There were frescoes that aligned the walls, depicting strange events, and weird wyvern dragon-like pathway that led forward. You can see like the painting on the ground of a dragon. But halfway through, you seem to have tripped a trap where you all teleported, your party being split, and Drina and Ireland ending up in some unknown location, while the rest of you were together in a strange large room, an orrery, a star chart of sorts, and books aligning the walls located in this room. You then discovered a strange riddle or some type of scripture talking about a story of lovers and events of the past that you were able to solve, realizing it was describing dates that you place into the Ori, thereby unlocking the door ahead. But there was an enemy afoot, where a strange, large, gelatinous cube had fallen from the sky and then attacked you. Many of you were hurt, but in the end, you were able to dispatch this dangerous foe. Finding the door, you opened up and went through, and we had ended with Kievon hearing a strange voice echo in his mind, a longing, dark, deep voice that seemed to have pulled his attention slightly. So, Spellbinders, you are currently lost inside of this ancient tomb, this dungeon. Around you, you see the walls are broken tiles, painting of a strange dragon, almost like a path, an arrow on the ground. And on the walls are frescoes of what looks to be maybe some type of ancient battle of some kind. There are dragons flying across the sky, people with their hands up in fear as you continue to walk throughout this chamber. But the path continues ahead of you, and there are dangers lurking around every corner. What do you all wish to do next?
So I've just heard that sound, right? Like that voice.
Yes, you have just heard that voice that kind of called out to you, saying something like this.
My chosen, my champion, come find me. Find me.
I look around really quick. Did anyone hear anything?
No.
Oh, here, could you be more specific? Possibly.
Never mind. Remain focused. Keep moving forward.
Do we think this tapestry means anything? I've been fixated on it for quite some time. I think there's a message here. Tim, can you describe the tapestry as we look at it in more detail?
Certainly. As you walk down this corridor and continue to look at the walls, the ceilings are about 30 feet tall, and the pathway just continues on for as long as you can see beyond your dark vision. Though it is lit, I should say. There are torches around that allows you to see the details. It looks to be... It's an ever-changing scene the more you walk, but the general gist of it looks to be dragons swirling around and kind of in the sky as humanoids look up in reverence and fear, their hands up as if maybe they're praying, or maybe they're trying to block themselves because they're scared. You're not sure, but it does look menacing in a sense.
I don't want to walk too quickly. I want to sort of like walk a little bit slower to see if anything particular stands out or if it triggers anyone's like memory or like something they maybe read in a book or a story that someone was told. And as we like see these scenes, like the one that you pointed out, like are they praying? Are they afraid? Does this mean anything to any of you? Have you heard stories of dragons and like battling or worshiping?
GM, could I do a history check to see if anything in sort of like my learnings with the elders of my tribe like spoke of dragons or anything like the secret information that comes to our tribe, like anything at all?
Most certainly. Go ahead and roll me that history check.
Cool. Here we go. Gonna relearn how to do things in Fantasy Grounds. It's gonna be great, everybody. Gotta find my skills and then hold the dice. Dude. Come on, don't be bad. 19. Oh.
Nice. First official roll of the day.
Very
and it
good.
wasn't abysmal like my rolls have been so far.
A 19. So you think back, Ink. You think back to the time in Barasset in your village, where many of the elders, they congregate in that kind of elder chamber and talk. And you being curious of sorts, may have listened in on one of their conversations. One conversation particularly comes to mind about a long time ago, and maybe not even this era, in the eras of yore, the talk about the reign of dragons, how they were revered and worship, but they weren't all good. Many of them were evil, and there was a battle between the two, with the mortals or the humanoids being caught in the middle of it. Some of them revered them and worshipped them. Some of them feared them. With a 19, you also would know that at some point the dragons were all left. There are dragons in this plane. There are dragons here, but they are not many, because they have all left, gone to an ancient draconic island world plane. You're not sure. It's hidden. Its location is unknown, like at least to anyone who doesn't study it. But that's about all you would be able to get from the dragons and from this fresco.
I wonder why this tapestry is down here. This is an interesting piece of our history. The faction wars between the dragons, leading to the eventual disappearance of them from our purview. Uh, I feel we must. We really should get our story straight, so we're not in any particular rules trouble with the academy. Uh, this should be taken and preserved.
Interesting. Okay. Then let's catalog this, and I'm going to pull out one of my notebooks and just sort of try and take note of it and perhaps start sketching a map.
A map of
Like
where you're
as
going.
we're walking, like I'll sort of sketch it out in case it's like maze-like, and then that way perhaps we can potentially reference it. And I'm just going to follow up on that. Ink, it's the faction wars you said where it depicted these dragons. Anything else in particular?
Well, as we all understand, dragons are very powerful beings, and their squabbles cost a lot of lives of various humanoids. Dragons are not a particularly wonderful entity to mess with.
Interesting. All right.
So do
Yes, well, larger creatures tend to be a bit more brutish. No offense, Derek.
Let us continue.
Alrighty. So you continue down the corridor until eventually, as you step around the corner, you actually. What is the marching order? It is about 15 foot wide, so 3 of you can stand in a line if you wanted to. But generally, who's in front?
I will take point.
Yeah.
Riding on top of Big Steve, and also real quick, I want to take a medicine check on myself to make sure I'm feeling okay.
Oh, certainly. Go ahead and roll me a medicine check, please. A 7.
A 7.
All right. You go ahead and kind of check your pulse. I mean, if you're nervous, it'll be slightly elevated, but other than that, you feel fine. Any wounds that you may have had from the battle before probably still sting, but in generally, you don't feel abnormal. But you do feel like there's something, like someone's watching you. Like a weird sense. Like not even really have to roll a check for it. You just feel it.
Does it feel like the love of a person who's been watching over us for 9 months?
Thank you, Calorin, for the subscription. 9 months. That you're amazing. And a blessing of the 9. So you all have your free re-roll. And you can choose who uses it and when.
Ooh, like a luck point?
Yeah.
Before and after a roll has been, or does it have to be?
Before the result is told, but after you see what the roll is.
Okay. So like a luck point.
Yes.
It's on the stack, yeah.
It's on the stack, okay.
I shout out wizards. Cool, but I will take up the point, riding on top, of course, Big Steve, who is also taking point, because we are like in the same vertical plane.
Got it.
I would kind of be like right off to the side, maybe. Not necessarily side by side, but kind of making that. I'd be in front of the casters, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, and I'll be behind him.
Yeah, and I have
Yeah.
my rapier out, like just ready to go.
Yeah, I'm probably walking next to Zendarix since we were just chatting about the dragon factions and stuff. Hope it's okay that I just called it the faction war.
I
don't know
love
what
it.
else to call it.
No. Like, yes, and love it.
You know, it's like the Tetris block where it's like 1 and then the 3, like a T. That's sort of our position with.
Yeah.
Got it. Perfect.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So can I have Kievon, and you know what, Sully, you're still pretty close. Have the both of you roll me perception checks, please.
Perception. Yum. It's canted.
Digital dice cannot be canted.
It looked pretty canted to me.
All right, a 7 for Sully. And
I think should we use the blessing like already?
I mean, we normally forget about it, so.
Yeah, you know what? Why not?
Yeah.
Why save it when we can use it for fun?
Yeah, then hopefully, chat, you gift us with more of them later. That would be awesome.
Right.
Kievon, what's your perception?
Oh no.
Kievon is currently
He got
undergoing some mental fog. And
he jumped into. Oh, he's back.
Kievon.
Hey, can you hear us? I don't think he can.
Do you have us? Do you have mute the speaker on by chance?
Me? No, I do not.
Well, Adam can't hear me say this, but
Well, as Kievon fixes things, I'll actually go ahead and hop in and give his character sheet a little roll.
well, yeah. Like, what's his perception? Is it more
Yeah.
than 2?
I'm going to go ahead and roll. His perception, as I roll it right now, is All right. Ooh, a 21. Did you still want to re-roll yours and use your luck point or your, as I say, blessings of the 9?
Well, you said it was a 21, right?
Yeah, he rolled a 21.
Oh, then no, we're good. At
Alright.
least as long as someone saw it. That like, I was more concerned when they were both 7s before.
Got it. Oh no, that 7 was his medicine check.
Oh, okay, got it.
So, Kievon, as he walks forward around the corner, unfortunately, Sully, you do not hear this, but as it's almost because Kievon's tuned in to this dungeon, it seems. It's almost like a feeling of nostalgia. And then with that, he kind of hears from around the corner before you guys reach it. That I would assume he would turn around and alert the rest of you of this sound, this ghoulish sound happening.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it does not.
Should we perhaps one sneak ahead and see what?
Oh, you mean me? I am kind of. That is my deal. So
If you're good at that, please be careful, and I will sort of offer a hand as well as push him forward. And as I do, I will cast guidance and say, keep a sharp eye. And with that, the words will turn into a runic sequence that give him an enhanced bonus.
ooh.
What bonus is he enhance?
Guidance.
Oh, just guys.
I'm casting guidance. Be an extra.
No, that's okay. All right. So you feel the power of the guidance upon you, Sully, as the energy of Zendaric envelops you, and you can sneak ahead.
Excellent. DM, how high are the ceilings in this pathway?
30 feet.
I would like to go 30 feet into the air on the walls,
Oh.
if that's possible. With my slippers of spider climbing that I rented, I guess you could call it, with my equipment that we picked up. I would like to kind of be up to my old tricks like I was back home. And, you find me slinking about the tops of the ceilings where no one's eyes are ever really looking.
Alrighty, certainly. So you can slip up and using your from the Grand Reliquary, those boots, as you step up and you all see your ally like a spider slither up and step up to the top of the ceiling and continue walking. As they please roll me that stealth check.
That is a dirty 20.
Whoop.
A dirty
You take
20.
them.
So Sully, as the rest of the group waits, you go ahead and start walking, moving along the ceilings of this corridor. As you get to the edge, about 35, 40 feet, you see that it curves to the left sharply. And you kind of peek your head out. 4 like weird vine-like humanoids with black ichor dropping from their flesh, standing about maybe 5 feet 10, 5 feet 11, begin walking about. Their bodies look like they're just entwined in these dark vines as they are walking around. Past that, actually, roll me a perception check, please, to see what else you see.
Yeah. 18.
18. You see there is a gap about maybe a 15-foot-ish gap between, and then to the right, about 20 feet from there, a small little ledge, perhaps that you can use to walk across what probably is a deep, deep fall deeper into whatever catacombs that you're in. But in your way, there are these 4, which you can now assess to be afflicted that are kind of blocking your path.
Okay. That is noted. Does it look like there are any, I guess, like sconces that would have like flames burning, or like magical? Is there like magical light coming from somewhere? Like, how is this lit right now with what I'm seeing?
There are just torches that are attached to the walls in equal, about like few feet across, few feet, so on and so forth, that seem to be creating light. So it is well lit here. You don't
Okay.
have to worry about that.
And then I guess like my next and only other question that you might make me make a check for is, can I tell how afflicted these afflicted are? Like, I know there's been some discussion that they can be saved, but
First, as you are staying near for a little bit longer, let's see if the afflicted notice your presence. I'm gonna roll them a perception check versus your stealth. Okay. They look up and around and kind of move their heads towards where the area that you're peeking through, and you kind of get a good vision of them. They have this all like vine-like black vines wrapped around their heads, just barely, and there's like a little slit in on the left and right that reveals kind of glowing yellow eyes. But they don't seem to notice you as they continue walking, and then you go and you use that to peer closer to see if you can distinguish anything about them. And I need you to roll me a there's several things you could roll here. You can roll an Arcana check. They are magical in a way. You can roll another perception check to kind of just eye them. Actually, no, it'll be more of like an investigation check, or
Okay.
medicine.
I'll take investigation.
Okay.
I am trained in that, so or proficient in that, I should say. It's 17.
17, impressive.
I am never changing this dye color. It's been on point today.
Okay. You go ahead and peer and peruse these dark creatures, going through every nook and cranny. They don't look. You've all have seen afflicted. They are everywhere. This is the bad element of this land, and these look a lot more decrepit, a lot older, a lot darker. Sends shivers down your spine, Sully, just to look at them. If they could be saved, you have no idea. And frankly, you don't even think it's even worth trying to save them. Well, it's up to you. No, I shouldn't say what you think, but they don't even look like they can be saved. These are just monstrosities.
Okay. Well, knowing that, I'm going to quietly sneak back to my companions and fill them in. Hopefully they didn't advance too far.
Alrighty. Kievan, have you returned to us? Damn. Doesn't seem like it yet. Or at least he cannot hear us. But
No, the delay is like pretty bad.
It's a 5 to 7 second delay.
oh no. Well, hopefully we'll be able to get that fixed ASAP. But Sully, you do return back to the group.
Sorry, how long was he gone for? Just like a few moments?
Just a few moments.
I I'm going to say to Ink, sorry, just like, well, while our back is turned, you're doing just for a second. I'm going to say, it sounds like there's rumblings or things ahead. We should prepare. And I'm going to pull out the pearl that I got from the school. And I'm going to start to like massage this pearl, and it's going to glow a little bit. And I'm going to utter the incantation that I learned when I bound it. Fundas. And that energy is going to flow from the pearl. It will go dim and into me, and I would like to recover a first level spell slot with it.
Very nice. Anyone doing anything as Sully returns? Alrighty. So Sully, you now climbing on the walls, make your way back as you return to the party.
So, I did see that there are 4 affected in front. And then there's this like narrow thing we gotta pass over this deep, foreboding chasm. It's classic stuff, but
I'm
there
sorry.
are
Infected or afflicted?
afflicted.
Ooh. Oh, unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
And just covered in black vines, beady yellow eyes, the whole deal. Super afflicted, no turning back from this.
Ooh, that's what I was going to say. I think we could all determine that at our current levels that the best case for them is to just simply end their misery.
I mean, I was going to say it a little bit nicer, but yeah, pretty much.
Oh, sorry. Given where we are in this putrid place, I can't imagine that they have had a meaningful existence down here. So,
I mean, we could always try to hex break them. I mean, what do you think it's...
ooh, didn't you just say that they were like monstrosities, though?
I mean, yeah.
Well, Sully, you looked at them, so...
It's true, I'm just new at this also, so I don't see a ton of afflicted normally.
I've only really studied them. I haven't experienced them that much either. But from what I've heard, once they reach a certain point, it's beyond repair, beyond capability. It's just simply let their souls pass on.
One thing I should mention, that I should have said, Sully, to you, my mistake, is that there are kind of like rocks that had fell down. So you do get the sense that you roll a high perception that if you wanted to try to sneak past them, that is also an option. Though, of course, if you get caught. Or anything else your minds can think of.
I'm not sure I have it in my heart to mercy kill anything. Is there a way we could just navigate around them? Possibly.
No, they're kind of standing right in front of
Boy.
the chasm crossing.
Think of it in honor of preserving the mural. We need to clear them out for other researchers to come.
I am not morally okay with this. So can we try and do it as quickly and efficiently as possible? Ink is like squirming and is visibly like concerned.
Oh, Ink. Is this something that you were not expecting from the academy?
Well, I knew I would likely have to work in self-defense, but they have not caused us any bother yet.
Do you want to go try to talk to them?
Well, I think that then they would attack us. So
Well, then
we
they
we
would be a bother, and you
yeah,
wouldn't have to
yeah,
feel so bad.
that is true. I suppose the element of surprise is currently on our side. So, but so can someone else go first and maybe do the first one and just set the tone maybe.
Would you feel better if we tried to talk to them? Would that alleviate the guilt?
Well, yes, but it would also probably put us at more of danger since they would know us to be here.
Correct.
Uh,
Then we would for certain have to fight them.
yes,
Is that
I
un-
understand that it is inevitable. I am simply elucidating that I do not wish to go first on it.
Wait a second.
I'm trying to find the path that you find most comfortable, though. Would you prefer if
I
we
have-
chat with them?
I have an idea, though.
All
This
right.
way, we can kind of dispatch them while also not having to really hurt them too bad. Can any of you make like the wind? Like a big gust of wind? Can you like make that happen?
Sort of. Yes, possibly.
What if I go back up on the ceiling and I drop all of my ball bearings? There's like 1,000 of them. And then you call and ask if there's any afflicted, and they'll come running and slip on the ball bearings. Then, once they're all on the ground, you use the wind to blow the ball bearings out of the way and run past as fast as possible.
You're serious, right? This is a serious plan. Kievan, have you finished daydreaming? Kievan.
What? No. Yes. What were we talking about?
Sully has confirmed that there are afflicted ahead, but it appears Ink is worried that it is wanton killing, even though they're most likely monstrosities. How do you propose we proceed? They're
The
most
afflicted
certainly
may be
in the way.
monstrosities, but they were people once.
Can they be saved? You're actually more studied in the physiology and biology of the afflicted, right?
Well, they may not be able to be saved today, but maybe one day. But our mission is on the other side of them, which is unfortunate for them.
Okay, so I see.
Afflicted or not, they can't get in the way of our goals.
Okay, so then we are in agreement.
But perhaps there's a way to circumvent them.
That's what I was trying to say. We trip them up, and then you run past with like a burst of wind.
So, question, Almighty Dungeon Master.
Mm-hmm.
Like the afflicted are the afflicted undead for the purposes of spells? I mean, I don't. Is that an appropriate question to ask?
You have done a lot of experimentations on it, so why don't you, at advantage, roll me a medicine or history check. I'll allow either, and I'll let you know.
Thank you, DM, for your flexibility. I will opt to do medicine.
And it's a very low DC. It's kind of almost basic knowledge.
18.
18. Yes, the afflicted do have undead properties. They kind of have a combination of plant properties as well as undead. Think of it undead plants, if you will.
Cool.
Oh no. Okay.
I may perhaps be able to create an opening for us for a limited period of time. The afflicted have their weaknesses, their predilections, what have it. Some of the flesh still bends to the rule of power. I say, flashing the 9-barbed whip of Leviathar's emblem on my whip.
So you'll take the first crack, as it will.
Yes, that was a very good joke, Derek of House Zen. but I will be able to give us a bit of time to move. I can turn them for a bit of time. They'll run away from us, and we should be able to get through. After that, it will be a bloody battle. If we need to come back through them again, I can only do this once, and then I'll need some time to rest.
Sully, how many were there? Do you think it'd be reasonable to fight or sneak?
I think it's reasonable to sneak. I mean, I still have those ball bearings. There were 4 of them, by the way.
I mean, I am light on my foot, but it's not my forte. And we do not know what lies deeper. We shouldn't use all of our resources here. We must be more pragmatic.
I agree. Those ball bearings could come in handy a lot.
Now, I don't think that we should make it out of the dungeon without using a potion, so to speak, but we should be a little more sparing. This is just our first encounter.
Well, maybe we ought to attempt at the very least to circumvent this potential enemy, and just be prepared in case we slip on a rock. I just don't think I have the ability to throw the first blow here. So maybe, just maybe, we could seek a more pacifistic alternative.
Yes, I doubt your diplomacy of words would work on the afflicted. I've tried. Yes, I wager we try to sneak past them. If they detect us, I can banish them away for a short period of time. But if it gets past that, then we will have to show them the
Resolve
strength of
the
our
fist.
resolve.
I agree. All right, then let's take point. Or you take point. Let's proceed with that plan.
Okay.
Fine. And I will actually get back on the wall and go towards the top of the ceiling, ready to drop down whenever shit inevitably is going to hit the fan.
As Sully makes way to be ready, Ink says, "May you be silent as the wind. May you be as cunning as the spider on the web." And I give Bardic Inspiration.
Ooh.
All right.
To all of us, or which, or to who?
Just to Sully, for need of needing to jump in.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I will reach forward and touch Kievan and say, "Be our guide." And with that, the word guide turns into runic symbols and gives you a little boost of energy, and I'll cast guidance on you.
Ooh.
Yes, and may your path be guided as well. And a quick snap of my whip, and I cast guidance on him.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, wait. Do I have this too?
Guidance chain.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, Ink. I don't have it.
That's
Oh.
okay.
All right. So
Sorry, DM, before we continue, we had our bonus was on what? The attacks and
your
saves?
spell attacks and spell DCs,
Spell attacks and spell DCs. Okay.
offensive capabilities.
Offensive. Got it.
Alrighty. So with you all, you are the group of buffing. As you all buff each other with your spells and abilities, you all are enchanted as you prepare to circumvent this oncoming encounter, or perhaps battle against the afflicted. As you said, who was taking point? Was Kievan taking point? All right. So Kievan
On the ground, yeah.
on the ground. While as is Sully also in a sense going ahead, but in the air, or is he staying back? Okay.
Yeah, just like up, like towards the surface, towards the ceiling, like I kind of was before.
Understood. So, as the two of you kind of lead the way, Sully, you can see The afflicted walking around, stepping, and it's about a 15-foot, and they're about 5 feet or so apart, and they're kind of just walking around aimlessly on this platform. And then again, you can see like the 15-foot gap and a small little ledge that you would have to kind of dart across, possibly passing in front of an afflicted to get to if you wish to cross. You, however, are on the wall. You can essentially just walk across without any issue. But the rest of you, as you kind of peer around the corner and start to make your way, you do see there are several, I'd say like pieces of rocks and boulders that have littered this area due to the age of this dungeon that you could possibly sneak behind. And I'm going to need a total of 3 checks as you go from one to another and dodge past these afflicted. So, I will need everyone to please roll me a stealth check.
All right, team, here we go.
Keep in mind that, Ink, I believe you had the star for Stars and Wishes from last time, so you also get that ability. And, of course, you have the Blessings of the 9.
Well, I got a dirty 20, so I'm gonna keep my star. What does the star do again?
Same thing. You basically get a luck point. You can re-roll.
Okay. Cool.
Can I use our Blessing of the 9 on this roll? I think a 3 is pretty bad.
Yeah.
I think so.
Thank you. Thank you, Caladran. Okay, much better.
Plus the other 3, right?
Yeah, so 19.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, just quickly, so many rolls. Zendark, your final number?
19 with the luck
19.
point.
Awesome. Sully, your final number?
16 with my bardic inspiration.
16. All right. Ink, your final number?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
And finally, Kievan, your final number?
A 16.
Okay. All right. I'm going to make myself a little roll here. So, Sully, Kievan, you first walk in. You hang on like a fly on the wall, Sully, to the edge, like that corner where the ceiling meets wall, and continue to make your way across. And especially you being a halfling, you can easily kind of bunch up and keep yourself hidden in the shadows. The flames from the torches you can hear burning as you continue, the crackling, and you can continue make your way across. One of the afflicted kind of turns and continues moving as you successfully kind of stop and hang there successfully. Kievan, you go next. And you and Big Steve, and technically speaking, I'll need Big Steve to roll me a self check as well.
Oh no, Big Steve. Okay, I think he is a mastiff, so he gets.
Let's see if I can share his sheet with you if you need to.
Is stealth dexterity?
Yep, you just got to do a dexterity check, and if he has any
Cool,
pluses,
so that's
to
a
stealth.
+2.
Excellent.
So
Big Steve's like a little worried as he's making his way across.
oh, a 7.
A 7 for Big Steve. Okay. All right. So you as well on Big Steve, continuing to move as quietly as possible as you slip. Big Steve slips on one of the rocks. Cling, 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 cling. One of the afflicted turns up and you quickly hide behind a small boulder. And the afflicted walks away. Still a success. As Ink, you nimbly, like a cat, dodge in between the shadows and hide yourself. As Zendarik also continues as well, and you all successfully make it past the first. None of the afflicted seem to have noticed you. Once again, as you continue your path across, make the next set of stealth checks, please.
For this one, could I use Mage Hand to pick up one of those little stones from across the room and toss it like even further away from us to sort of draw them away?
Love it. Yes, they will have disadvantage on their perception checks as you go ahead and toss a rock. They go, and they gotta turn and move
I'll
towards
sort of
that.
coordinate with the group, be like, now, and then I'll release the spell to throw the rock. Okay.
Zendark, what are you doing?
Too busy.
Okay.
I told you stealth wasn't my forte.
Kievan, you have a 21 for Big Steve and an 11 for yourself, an 8 for Zendark, a 12 for Ink, but a 17 for Sully. One by one, you make your way across, and it seems with the disadvantage casted upon, and due to Zendark's wit, they definitely did not, even with the 8, have not rolled high enough to perceive you, as they are just looking at the rock. All 4 of them kind of just studying it as you duck behind the necks, each one of you, and now can see the chasm, or I should say the pathway to get across the chasm. And I'll need 1 now. So now if you wish to go across, you'll have to go across the room and then shimmy your way on the other side. So 1 final stealth check, please, from each of you.
Before we make this stealth check, I'd like to cast Druidcraft maybe 30 feet away from us, in the direction away from us, to kind of help. And I want to use the functionality of Druidcraft that says you can. Here we go. Create an instantaneous harmless sensory effect, such as falling leaves, a puff of wind, the sound of a small animal, or the faint odor of a skunk. I choose the sound of an animal, and I choose a like a squeaking. I don't know.
Were you gonna say squid?
I was like, you know what?
Squirrel.
I just feel so bad. I was thinking about a squirrel, and I felt so bad about the squirrel.
Do a cat. A meowing cat.
A gem crystal squirrel, as this is a magic setting. A screech of a gem crystal squirrel.
Certainly. Alrighty. So once again, this will distract them. As I will need you all to, unless you did already, roll your stealth checks.
I'm going to say to myself, come on, you got this. Cast guidance on myself this time.
Your choice.
Oh my god. 10.
Come on.
Come on, Sully, what happened?
I don't know. It's an 8.
Okay, Ink, it's all on you.
Oh wait, do I have to roll one more time?
One more
yes.
time.
Oh my gosh, I got lost this time. It was like terrified. Oh stealth. Oh stealth. Oh boy. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's
Oh,
bad.
no.
If you just rolled 1 point lower, it would have been better.
DM, seeing that we're all being so clumsy and shit, can I cast Minor Illusion behind us and just make it look like there's a person waving at these
God,
these
totally.
afflicted? Yeah.
Okay. So this is what happens because I rolled theirs. Their roll as well at disadvantage. So we have Ink with a 3, Sully with an 8, Zendark with a 10, Kayvon with a 12, and 15 for Big Steve. So
Good job, Big Steve.
You all make your way across. Sully, you make your way across, and like you kind of like slip on, or a little bit of dust falls from the ceiling, causing you to cough a little bit.
I sneeze. It's fine.
Before hurrying your way over the 15-foot chasm, looking down and seeing nothing but a black abyss as you land on the, or say, on the ceiling on the other side. You look back at your allies, all of them more or less fumbling as they make their way across the room behind a large boulder towards the small sliver of ground that stretches across this chasm, and begin making their way. Big Steve trying his best to get a good footing. No need for any dex checks or here, and as you just quietly go, and all of you kind of after Kievan, you go ahead and make the sound. It's almost like the sound it carries over in like a little churring sound, and like the magic goes out of control slightly. The Jewelcraft kind of echoes, and like all the afflicted are like listening to like this as it bounces around. They're searching for it, and then they look directly at the shimmering group. you just hear them go and begin making their way over to you as you all trying to hurry make it across. In that instant, Sully, you go ahead and cast your waving hand, kind of like your waving person. And I'm going to, what is your spell DC? +1.
Oh, my spell DC?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, let's see here. I don't even have that many spells. And
I can also check here too.
I don't.
It would be, what did you it would be your modifier that you chose for your feat, which is, I'm not sure if I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, you said warlock base is what you chose, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it would be your 8 plus your charisma plus your proficiency.
8
Wait,
plus...
do I have that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. So charisma is 2. So 12.
12. Okay, I'm gonna roll for them an intelligence check versus that 12. Oh my god, I'm rolling terribly. As they look over, see the waving person, and seeing that as the first person they can reach, they go after it, and one by one, fall down the chasm.
Oh no! Not my intention at all.
As it kind of echoes.
As we see them fall, I'm gonna like stand up and be like, "Well, that's one way to take care of them."
I just wanted them to run away.
You just hear like an echoing as they fall down, and it just, you don't hear splat. It just continues to go.
Maybe,
Oh, they're still falling.
maybe they shifted to another plane, where they can be helped.
Mhm.
Well, there's no helping them.
Ow.
Let us proceed.
Wow, you guys are really nonchalant.
I mean, they're far gone. We know that they're gone.
Well, I still feel terrible. I know that we're safe now, but doesn't make me feel particularly good about it.
Look, if they were newly afflicted people, we would have a better shot at saving them. But they've been down here for, heavens knows how long.
If it makes you feel better about it, you can just tell yourself they were jerks.
I think that's what we're doing. Can we sort of turn around and survey the scene and see what's ahead?
Certainly. So this, with your base passive perceptions, you can see that you've successfully cross the 15-foot chasm. Sully easily as he just cling to the wall and can land whenever you're ready. Ahead of you, it is still brightly lit with the torches lining the walls. The frescoes continue, depicting a continuing story of some type of draconic domination of sorts and faction battle. And specifically, I'm going to say, because Ink mentioned it and now you're aware, you can see that there are red dragons, green dragons, blue dragons, and so on and so forth, all seemingly, now that you have it in your mind of this faction war, they do seem to be combating each other. Not only terrorizing the humanoids below, but attacking each other in a sense, rivalries being started, and so on and so forth, alliances, etc. Other than that, about 60 foot ahead, you notice the pathway continues until you see a strange door similar to the one that you first entered at the far end of the corridor.
There's a door ahead.
It's a pity looking at these dragons. And with all this power, they weren't even able to work together. All just a symptom of a lack of discipline.
Do you think you could do better?
With their power? Undoubtedly so.
They say power, absolute power corrupts absolutely. I'm sure they all wanted it for selfish gain instead of working together. It's a folly
I've
we
proved
must learn
many wrong
from.
before.
Well, they must have all agreed to leave together since they're not around anymore. So, maybe they did note the error of their ways.
Perhaps.
An interesting theory.
A dragon theory.
Is there any markings on this door as we walk up to it and approach it?
All right, go ahead and roll me an investigation check as you reach the door.
Ken.
10. The door itself looks to be just it looks to have carvings. The last one door you said you saw before had dates that was written in like an old elvish-like language, but this, however, is weird markings, like very sharp symbols, beautiful in nature, but definitely some type of words. Does anyone? Well, before I say what it is, let's see what language you all speak. Starting with Zendark, what languages do you speak?
I speak several languages: Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Okay. And Kievan, what languages do you speak?
I speak. Oh my God, under skills or
It's under your abilities tab at the bottom.
abilities. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I should say this too, since he's looking it up. Those are the languages I speak, but I can read any written language. So if it is a word, which you said it was, then it's a language. And if it's something that I don't innately know, my eyes would activate and the knowledge would be made aware to me.
Good to know.
My three languages are Common, Halfling, and Undercommon.
Okay. Ink.
Common, Elvish, and Draconic.
Ooh, Sully.
Common, Draconic, Halfling, and Thieves' Cant.
Okay. Sully and Ink. You look at it, and it's more than just a word. It's a series of words as you begin to read. And yeah, that is the elegant language of the original language of power of magic, Draconic. Zendark, how does it look when your runic eyes activate?
So I have purple eyes, and the irises around them sort of have runic symbols, and they look like it's runes sort of circumference around my eyes, and when I try to read something that I don't innately know, the symbols alight and there's like a soft glow, and if someone were to look at me, it'd be very obvious that there's magic radiating from my eyes, and the purple magic sort of flows from my face to the object, I guess, and I visually manipulates for me.
Okay. So as this happens and your eyes turns and changes into these many shapes, the three of you can see that, or translate this to be some type of, I don't know, puzzle wording. You're not sure, but it does say, reflect on your choices. Only then can you move forward. Reflect on your choices, and only then can you move forward.
Reflect on your choices, and only then can you move forward. GM, are there any reflective surfaces around here? Any mirrors or puddles of water or anything that literally reflects? I just want to get that one out of the way.
There's nothing here, but as you say it out loud, the words on the door, like almost like an automatic door to your presence, it raises up, revealing a kind of like a 15 by 15, might be large, like 20 by 20 room inside with 6 pedestals with something small on top of each of them. If you wish to look to see what they are, you would have to proceed further.
Well, does anyone want to check for traps?
I can give it a once over.
I'd like to guide that man before he does that.
Is the room lit in there? It's dark.
Oh, as the door opens up, torches magically lighting up the room.
I will wait for Sully to check.
All right, so you go ahead and roll me. So are you checking? Are you going inside and checking, or where are you checking?
I'm checking the entrance.
Got it. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check, please.
Oh, come on. We were so close to that 19. But a 15 is still pretty okay.
15. You inspect the threshold before crossing it. You do see these pedestals in this room, but just checking the area, it looks safe. You check like the border around the door that raised up and everything in that general area, the floor, the tiles, but yeah, everything seems pretty safe.
Can I, before he or anyone else crosses the threshold, and I'm assuming you said that there doesn't appear to be traps, right, Sully?
Nope, it all looks pretty safe.
Before we go in, though, let me just, I'd like to see if there's any enchantments around this doorway that might lock us in like a trap if we go in. Can I sort of use my arcana to sense if there is any magics about this room or the entryway?
Roll me an arcana check and we'll see what you glean.
Gleam. It's a different city.
Oh my god.
Nerd.
11.
You inspect the threshold and around. I mean, without like a detect magic spell, nothing really screams magic to you. I mean, everything in here screams magic, but nothing specific.
Okay. I can't really tell. I think that we might be all right. There is magics all about, but I don't see any malicious enchantments on this doorway.
Seems like magic is all around us.
It is in the air. Okay,
What
let's
about
go.
on this pedestal? And do I see anything on any of the pedestals?
Do you walk in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You all walk in?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yay! Walking into rooms are gonna get locked in.
You all walk in one by one, and as the last person walks in,
I
the
knew
doorway
I knew it.
slams behind you.
I knew it. I'm gonna say that. Me and my character.
Go ahead and roll me investigation checks, perception checks, whoever wishes to, as you kind of survey the room or these pedestals.
I'd like to percept.
I
too.
also would like to percept.
I'll percept.
Or
Come
investigate.
on! What the fuck was that? So frustrating. So frustrating.
Come on, don't be bad. Dirty 20. Beep bop boop.
Ooh, nice.
Beep,
Humble
bop, boop.
12, even with my eyes of the eagle lenses.
12, got it.
21.
21, okay.
8.
8. I just said A, and I was like, A what? No. 8, okay, got it.
8.
Okay. All right. So, as you step into the room that has slammed shut behind you, you see that there's 2 lit torches on if you want to call where you came from the south wall, and the north wall at the other side. It's about 15 by 15 room with these 4-foot pedestals, or with, now inspecting it, you see have strange figurines on top of them. Ink and Zendaric, you notice that there are dragon statues, small dragon figurines on this wall. On these pedestals. Since you rolled so high, both of you over a 20 plus, you do notice that sprawled about, there are broken pieces of glass on the ground. So none of you are barefoot, but Big Steve will probably have to watch a step to not cut himself. But there doesn't seem to be any way out.
You notice this glass? I think it's odd.
Quite odd.
Careful, Big Steve.
Oh yes, be sure those sweet little peats don't get cut up.
Yes, one moment, actually. And I'm actually going to jump off of Big Steve, and I'm going to, see if I can't, oh, gosh. Is there any way I can, use any kind of bagging or anything to wrap his feet before we walk over this glass here?
Yeah, I don't see why not. You could totally do that. Let's grab some things you may have in your backpack. You would have things that would kind of wrap around his feet as protection, if you so choose.
Yeah, I salvage my pouch and I use it to protect, generate enough string and cloth to wrap each one of his pads so that they don't get cut up walking on this glass.
Oh, Big Steve.
I would like to use my mage hand to pick up some of this glass and inspect it. What does it look like? Was it a vase? Was it something special? What is it? Was it like a...
It looks like shards of glass, something broken. You do notice, as if part of they do look like maybe they go together, at least, as they've heard, maybe a mirror or something or other that has been destroyed.
And does anyone have the ability to help mend these pieces? This perhaps was something. I'll start to gather some of the larger shards and see if I can piece them together.
Yeah, I will assist in that and sort of helping put a puzzle of it together.
Sure. So you begin to start to piece them together. It will take some time. Is anyone doing anything else during this?
I would probably be just checking out the other pedestals
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll me a. And you, Kievon?
Yes, I'd actually like to hop off of Big Steve and walk around and take a look at some of these pedestals as well.
Okay. Can I have the two of you roll me investigation checks, please?
Investigation. Yes.
What?
Oh wow.
Nice.
Gnarly.
At 20. Ba-ba-ba-bam. Actually, I think we have a new emoji for that somewhere, or whatever you call
Do
them.
we?
I think so. I think it uploaded successfully.
Nice. We got emotes.
But natural 2023 Sully, a dirty 20 for Kievon. Very, very nice. All right.
We got no stats, but we did it.
Noise.
Alrighty. So the two of you begin checking out the statues, and start to feel a little thirsty as we have been redeemed the hydrate. I left my water downstairs. I've been trying to secretly tell Brian to bring it for me, but I've been unsuccessful.
You have now been officially summoned.
But the two of you check out the 6 pedestals and notice that there are 6 dragon statues on it. With your investigation checks, I'll say keeping that, you are in knowing that you're in a place of dragons and have studied or know somewhat of dragons. You notice that there are in the if we were to do top left, middle, top right, bottom left, middle, bottom right, it would be, and I have a map to share for you in a moment. It will be a red dragon, a green dragon, an amethyst dragon, a blue dragon, a gold dragon, and a topaz dragon, as I will share for you the map.
Oh man, that's so much better.
And let me go ahead and swap the map for our viewers.
Look at us, everybody.
Oops. Alrighty, let's zoom out a little bit. Perfect. You also notice when you invest in check that they can be moved.
Oh, can they?
What was the bottom middle?
Bottom middle is a gold dragon.
Gold. Okay. Green, red, amethyst, blue, gold, topaz.
It is starting with the up left is a red dragon, followed by a green dragon, followed by amethyst, and then the bottom left is a blue dragon, followed by a gold dragon, and then the bottom right is a topaz dragon.
Got it.
Should we switch?
Go ahead, sorry.
Should we switch out the amethyst for the blue and make all of the solid color dragons be on one side and the crystalline slash no
The gem,
mineral,
the gem mineral ones. Yeah,
Yes.
that, you know what? That's a good place to start.
So the blue and the amethyst are switching?
Yeah.
I agree.
You do have the ability to. Yeah, there you go. All right. So, who is doing the moving?
I'll grab the amethyst one.
And I grabbed the blue one.
All right. And you go ahead and swap. Like you put down, like you're able to gather in as much as you can, and kind of it's not liftable because there are pieces, but you do have large pieces of glass put together onto the side as you then leave it down and begin to switch it. As soon as you swap the two of them, there was a clink, and then you suddenly hear the sound of a tss as, let's see if I do this right. Yeah, smoke begins to fill the room.
Oh no. Good smoke?
You begin coughing, feeling a burning sensation enter your lungs as each of you needs to please make for me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, dag.
I'm not great at those. Oh my gosh!
Oh man.
Who needs to be great when you can just roll nat 20?
Another nat 20. All right, so Ink 13, Sully 21, Kayvon 14, and Zendark 9. The rest of you kind of see the smoke and, oh, actually, Ink, that was a check, so you probably get a little bit more to your saving. So
Oops.
keeping your 11, I believe you get a, nope, it's still a +2. All right. Oh, yeah, and 16 for, thank you, for Big Steve. Everyone but Zendark, you're able to, you see, all of a sudden you see this thick smoke appear and kind of hold your breath and steel yourself. Zendark, you were too shocked as you begin coughing and feel the burning in your lungs as you take 2 points of damage.
Is this Longleaf? It's not. It's not.
But the situation seems to have grown dire. What do you do?
Oh no. Where was the door?
The door that is to the right here in hand side. Yes.
I'll run back to the door and look for markings or anything on the door.
It's blank. The only markings you saw was those draconic markings and on the other side.
Son of a bee sting.
Reflect on your choices and then only then you can move forward, is what it said. I'm going to turn the statue so that way they're both facing each other. They're all facing inward. Quick, face them inward! And see if that does anything.
You quickly go and face them all inward one by one, pointing to each other. Nothing seems to happen as the smoke continues to rise.
That's not doing anything.
Ink's gonna try and swap them back and see if putting them back where they were stops the smoke from coming out.
Sure, you quickly go and swap them back, but unfortunately the smoke still continues as once again I need you guys to make me Constitution saving throws.
Ah, nuts.
Oh my god.
Zendark, this is not your challenge.
Another nat
Ooh,
20
Ink.
from Ink. This is dark.
I'm joking!
Your precious
I'm joking! I'm joking!
Zendar,
Yeah, stop inhaling so much of it.
You have to cover your mouth.
you take an additional 3 points of damage, Zendark. The rest of you succeed.
Yeah, Ink has sort of lifted their cravat that they have around their neck and sort of like tied it around the back of their head to sort of like help make like a masking effect.
Mhm.
And that's how I'm resolving my natural 20.
Awesome. What do you guys do? The smoke is getting ever thicker. Let me see if I can make it thicker.
Sick.
There we
So
are.
there's just these dragons, and then where was like the broken pieces of glass that was just like all over the floor?
They've collected it, and it's kind of, I guess we would say there's, it would be in this general area, and then it could be wherever you guys decide to put it, but let's say it's over here next to the door. You kind of made it, and there are large pieces of glass you could pick up. There are small ones, so
Do the large pieces of glass look like they go together?
for all intents and purposes, it looks like all of them go together in a sense. Maybe they made one large mirror, but still each piece is still reflecting as you look down at it.
Okay. And the thing says, reflect on your choices. Only then can you move forward.
Reflect on your choices. Only then can you move forward. DM, would I have any information on the particular like allegiances of the dragon factions? Were like, do any of these relate to that time of war? And would I know that? Like,
Let me history check.
sure, would love to. Skills, history. A 10.
And
Nope, probably not.
probably not. You probably maybe in a book somewhere you might need to read and all that. And this is like ancient history. It's very difficult.
Yeah. Well.
So what do you guys want to do?
Reflect on your choices.
I will take one of the pieces of the glass and see if I can like look at my reflection. Can I like see myself in one of these glass pieces?
Yeah, so you pick up a large glass piece carefully to not cut your hand, and yeah, so you could see a good reflection of yourself. It's large enough where you can see a reflection of yourself.
Is there the door obviously that we came in that slammed shut? Is there another door in this room or wall or area
Not that you see.
that would look like it? Okay, I will hold the reflection up to the door.
Okay. The door reflects back the door. Nothing out of the ordinary.
I'll sit now, like hold it in front of the gold dragon
All right.
that's
So
in front of me.
So you hold it in front of the gold dragon in front of you, but it doesn't reflect back the gold dragon. It reflects the red one.
Okay, I'll say, look at this. Look.
Oh. Ink sees what happens and grabs another piece of the mirror and goes over to the white dragon. Is that the one next to me? To see
The amethyst dragon.
the amethyst dragon. Yeah. To see what happens with that one.
You place the reflection there, and it's not the amethyst dragon that shows its reflection, but instead the gold dragon.
I'm going to toss her the gold statue. Here.
Oh,
Thank you.
sorry. Well, it doesn't really matter. Well, sorry. That's the topaz dragon. The gold one's in the middle. So if I told you gold dragon, I meant to say topaz. Apologies.
Sorry, no, never mind. Oh, as I'm running past, because I'm gonna go get the red one for the pedestal that I was on. So I'll toss the proper one to her
Okay.
or them.
Cool. And then Ink will take off the amethyst dragon and put the gold dragon there, and then we'll put, what was the reflection of the amethyst dragon?
It was the gold dragon when you looked at it, amethyst dragon was the gold dragon.
Cool. So they just flip flop. And then Ink is gonna go over to the blue, this one right here, and hold the reflection up.
And it reflects the green dragon. Everyone, please roll me another set of Constitution saving throws.
Well,
I'm gonna faint.
I would like to join into the fray as I seem to be doing worse and worse at these checks.
An unnatural 20 for Ink, as Ink runs the green dragon and the blue dragon between. And now those are switched.
Alrighty. So, everyone except Minz and Dark is just your baby lungs just can't handle this. Can't handle it. And Kievan starting to get to you too with your 5 and 8. You get the sense the DC is 10.
Nice.
Your lungs begin to burn as the both of you take 2 points of damage. This is poison damage, so I shouldn't mention that. So if you're immune to poison or something like that, then let me know. But that is poison damage, and I'll apply that to you both.
I actually have resistance to poison.
Oh,
The Pearl of Power has an additional effect. This is while you are attuned to this item, you have resistance to poison.
Neat.
Ooh. So I'll give you back half of your HP. So only 3 damage.
Did
Well, what
we?
about the other damages from before, though? All of it would have been halved?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll just give myself back like 1 or 2 more points.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Question for you, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know that like if we have a reflection on the green dragon, that it's going to look blue?
You can go ahead and give it a try.
I'd love to.
Well, it's been so. I'll put it this way: as you walk on over to, so the green and blue dragon have been swapped already. Whereas when you were looking at the blue dragon, it was green. Now you walk and take a piece over to the green dragon, and it reflects green.
I have the topaz one still that needs to go somewhere.
Wait, so the green reflected green?
As in where the green was where the blue was, and that reflected. So the blue reflected green. Now that you place the green there, the green is reflecting green.
Ooh, what's the blue showing now if I hold the mirror next to it?
The blue is showing blue.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'm going to run to where the red one previously was and put the topaz one there and hold up the mirror.
All right, and the topaz reflects topaz as clink. A big gust of wind appears, or like you feel a big gust of wind as a door opens up, and all the smoke dissipates.
Oh, thank goodness. I did not need that today.
I don't think death is ever a good thing to have in your day.
As you have revealed a pathway to the south of the room.
Quick thinking, though.
I try. Oh,
Yes, good work, Global Hounds. I never lost faith in you.
I just look at him.
So we can feel free to close the map for now, as you have completed that puzzle, and can continue if you choose to go forward.
Well, shall we journey onward?
Onward is the only way to go.
All right. So, with last coughs, you continue to make your way down, seeing that the dungeon continues forward. But, Kievan, you hear a familiar sound in your mind, echoing.
Closer, my champion. I can feel you. Find me. Free me. I can help you. I can save you all.
And that's where we're going to take a break.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
really? Oh my goodness.
All right, so let's step away for like 5-10 minutes. I'll put the timer on when we are going to be back within 5 minutes. But please stay tuned. We still have a second half where we'll dive in and find out the secret. What the hell is that voice? Damn this dainty traps. Is there any more puzzles? We will find out shortly. So we're going to go, walk away, refresh, and see you soon. Stay tuned. And we are back. Oh, no, my camera decided to shut off.
Whoopsies. Are we live?
Toasty.
Yeah,
The rest of us?
yeah,
That's
we
what
are.
I was like, what is it?
Uh-oh.
Toasty.
Hold on. Like when it's not on for like more than 30 minutes or like being used, it's like, well, I'm gonna shut off for power, and I need to figure out how to turn that off. Let me go ahead and fix my little symbol here. Here am I. So I gotta turn myself on and turn myself off. Or off and then on. And there I am. Yay. Okay, welcome back, everyone. So let's remove the bookmark and continue our story. So, as we reset the ambiance.
Oh.
Luscious.
So, Spellbreakers. Or say Hexbreakers and Spellbinders. You have now escaped from that dark, that strange room with the smoke-like trap. And we're able to continue your journey forward as Kievan has heard a whispering sound in his mind of a dark entity. Well, not, I won't say a dark entity, just an entity calling for him, saying that he is getting closer. As you step onto the other side, the door closes behind you, barring your return from whence you came. But the path continues before you. What do you all wish to do next? Oops.
Everyone, stay on your guard. I thought I may have heard something.
I don't.
Communication, maybe.
You think it could be more afflicted?
No, I do not believe so. Perhaps it is. Perhaps there's something down here, or someone reaching out telepathically.
What are they saying?
Yes. What are they saying?
I'm not sure. Something about us getting closer. There may be someone else down here who is in need of rescue.
And they're only reaching out to you telepathically? That doesn't sound suspicious. Or
Well, I
do
don't
they-
imagine any of you have any natural predilection to telepathic communication, do you?
No.
Do you, Kayvon?
Yes, in fact, I do. Those of my clan, Ghostwise Halfling folk, do have a genetic capability to communicate without speech.
Well, then, I guess you shouldn't worry if you're hearing voices. So I also won't worry.
Yes, and I also checked my pulse as well, so I know I'm not suffering from any sort of delusions.
Do I believe that?
I don't know. Are you being?
Is
false?
that true,
Are you lying,
Kayvon?
Kayvon?
I have not heard that about the Ghostwise.
I would say
or
if
the
you
halfling.
are, please roll me a deception check. If you are, if not, you don't have to.
I'm not, and I whisper into his mind. This is no joke, Derek of House Zen.
There you
Your
are.
disrespect for my name grows ever greater, moment by moment. Okay, I believe you.
Good. And I have no disrespect for your house or any of the benefits it may have given you. I'm certain you earned your way here.
Shade.
If you wish to read my thesis, I'll be happy to procure a copy for you, but we have greater things to deal with at this time than you questioning my credentials.
Oof.
Yes, well, don't question my credentials as well. Telepathic communication is one of my many talents.
I will not doubt you in the future. You see him struggle through. You are in my circle, and I must trust. So I apologize for rudely not believing in you. Now let's press on.
Inkling's back to Sully and goes, "Well, that was awkward."
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right. So, as you press forward, so as you all press forward, going throughout the catacombs of this strange ancient tomb, go ahead and all of you roll me perception checks.
Oh, goody. Love to do that.
Come on.
I'm done with these colors. They're getting changed.
Ah.
Oh.
All right. So Ink with a 9, and Kayvon with a 15, 21 for Big Steve, 7 for Zendark, and 10 for Sully. So, Kayvon, you and Big Steve, your ears perk up as you walk throughout this corridor. You think you hear the sound of something whizzing, like something mechanical, coming from not about it's some distance away, and the path continues farther than what you can see, but you do definitely hear a mechanical sound.
Be alert! Something above. It's making a sound. It could be an enemy or some kind of mechanism. Be on your guard, I say, drawing my whip and donning my shield.
Okay. So with that warning, you continue to move forward, and the pathway continues quite a bit. Kievon, you hear another. Oh, so as you continue walking, it does go to a fork in a road. The walls, and the paintings continue, continuing the story of these dragons battling for supremacy. As you got the more and more that you travel along this dark, mysterious dungeon, eventually, though, the stone wall ends, and it opens up to a fork in a road, one leading left and one leading right. You try to listen out, still keeping your high perception, Kayvon, but you're unable to determine which direction you need to go in as you hear a voice in your head once again.
Go to the left. Go to the left.
I'm sensing it again. And it's saying to go to the left.
It just spoke to you just now, Kievan?
Yes, just now I heard the voice.
Isn't that strange that it's just speaking to you at the moment we need it most? I think it is leading us into a trap.
Well, in that case, then, do you suggest we go right?
I do. What do you think, though?
No matter what's going on, if there's someone down here and something going on, the best way to approach it is to confront it directly.
Is it, though? Sometimes subtlety is key.
Well, I look at it this way. If they intended to trap and kill us, they could have done a better job at it than putting us in a trap room with a resolution.
So, which direction do you all take?
And I, for one, have faith in the strength of my own destiny.
Sully, what do you think?
Well, did you listen to that voice before you told us about it?
No.
You did ask us a few rooms ago if we heard anything. Was that the first time you heard the voice?
Well, I wasn't certain that I'd heard anything. I took a moment to take
But that
appraisal of
was
my
the
own
first time you heard the
faculties.
voice.
Well, I may have heard it one more time before then.
And what did it say then?
That basically that we were that something about
Is
Kevin
it offering
pondered
you
for a
anything?
moment.
Has it promised you anything?
Nothing of that sort. It mentioned something about being chosen.
Like a chosen sacrifice?
Or perhaps someone it chose to get help from. I'm not sure yet.
Oh, I don't get a good feeling from this.
Yeah, this is all just bad vibes.
Either way, I don't imagine we're going to get an answer if we go any other way.
Think which way should we go?
Left or right? Ugh.
Left with the voice, right or without?
Um, I don't necessarily trust a random voice that is only speaking to one of us. There's been a lot of tricks and traps and deadly things that we've gone through. So maybe we don't follow the voice, but also maybe we're supposed to not follow the voice, and that's what the voice wants. Oh, I don't know. Like Hank starts breathing really heavy. He's like,
I think you agree with me then that we do not follow this voice. Sully, what is your vote?
I kind of want to see what the voice is all about now.
yeah, I'm also kind of curious. I can't.
Oh my
I'm so
goodness.
torn.
Then if that's the case, follow the voice.
Good, are we done deliberating on something I came to the conclusion of quite some time ago?
Yes. Yes,
This is
we
why
are.
dogs follow. Trust me.
Well, it's not you I distrust, Kayvon. This mysterious
Well,
voice
maybe
that
a
you
little bit.
neglected to tell us about right away. Can we just make a circle rule real quick that if any of us hear strange voices for any reason, just raise a hand and say, "Hi, hearing a strange voice," because knowledge and transparency are power.
I
I
accept that
imagine it could have
amendment.
been some sort of just a sound I heard. Maybe I misheard. I thought I could have misheard it first.
I second this proposed amendment to the circle's rules.
Not that I doubted my own mental faculties for a moment.
Go on, press forward. You and Big Steve lead the way. This voice speaking to
Onwards.
you surely won't hurt you.
And if anything does happen to come up, then I will take responsibility for it.
Duly noted. After you, Kayvon.
Holding you to that.
As I continue forward.
Alrighty.
By forward, I mean left.
So Kayvon on top of Big Steve continues left. turning as the hound kind of goes forward with you mounting it. The rest of you, well, except for Sully, who really wants to go, begrudgingly acquiesces and continues. You do notice that the frescoes stop. There's no more paintings. It is just blank walls as you continue to walk down this corridor. Going for about 5-ish 10 minutes of walking, you arrive to a dead end. Just a complete brick wall with nothing there. Kievan, you hear again.
Touch the wall with your left palm. Touch the wall with your left palm.
For approval and transparency's sake, I've heard the voice again, and it is said to touch the left wall.
We'll touch your palm to your left palm to the wall.
You mean anybody can just touch the wall?
Do we have to touch the left side of the wall?
Left hand on the wall.
Oh, thank you for clarifying.
I just imagined it was the left wall because it's on the left side. The voice wasn't that specific. It said touch the wall with my left hand.
I touch
Well-
the
Didn't
wall
hold
with
his
my
hand
left
up in
hand.
front of everyone. Look, nothing up my sleeve.
Sully, you are going ahead and just touching the wall?
Yep, just doing it.
All right, you do it.
I'd like to be 35 feet away from him.
I love the extra 5.
Most distance in D&D is like 30 feet, so you'll just go that extra 5.
Just 32, just to feel a little heat.
To be supportive and yet safe at the same time.
Dang.
Exactly.
Got it.
Thanks, y'all.
I'm very
Appreciate it.
sus about this.
Sully, you reach your hand out to the dead end wall and place your left palm on top of it. It touches the cold bricks, and you can feel every last detail and etching and scratch and defect on it as you slide your hand up and down. But nothing happens.
This is just a regular wall. I don't understand.
Well, maybe it's Kievan who has to touch the wall because the voice is talking to Kievan.
Oh, right. Chosen one.
Yeah.
That's not suspicious at all. I shout since I'm a little further away from everybody.
An orb said what magic house you're supposed to go in. You all didn't question that. And I put my hand on the wall.
Stop, you're too real.
Excuse me, I did make a decision in my choosing. So I was told one house, but I selected Silverquill.
Oh, yes. Well, then I applaud you for your individuality, Ink.
Thank you. Touch the wall, please.
I put my hand on the wall.
All right.
Does anything happen?
You put your left hand on the wall for a moment. There's like a pause with nothing happening. You kind of turn back at the rest of your group, and before you get to say a word, whoop, Kievan just disappears.
Oh, no!
Oh.
What? Where did he go?
I-
You just have him just touch the wall. How great is this? Where's Big Steve? Is Big Steve here too?
Big Steve is with the rest of you. Yes, just Kievan left.
Oh,
Big
it's
Steve is
even
like, he's scratching at the wall.
Your left, just your left paw. Just your left paw.
That he understands English, but
Oh, no.
Or-
To quote the elders, well, shit.
what did the rest of you do?
Oof. Well, this didn't happen when I touched it.
Jeez.
Well, perhaps since this area is a dead end to us, maybe the left path will take us further in, and maybe we can find Kievan. I don't know.
This left path led us to this dead end room, right? DM?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm at the right path. With the other, the opposite
Oh, the
path.
other path. Okay.
The other one.
Let us all touch the wall at the same time, and I'm going to hold on to Big Steve and put my left hand on the wall.
All right. As you do. Anyone else doing it as well?
Yeah, why not?
Sully?
Yeah, I'll do it.
And then to Kievan!
You go ahead and say, Kievan, 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 Kievan. As it echoes throughout this empty chamber. Nothing happens.
Fuck him. God. Why did he touch that wall? I knew this was bad. That trickster.
Who? You think Kievan's a trickster?
Yes. You see how sassy he is?
I don't know if I can equate sassiness with level of godhood or something. I don't know. What do you?
Well, Kievan's hubris aside, he is a member of our circle, and we should maybe do our utmost to locate him.
Do we? Okay, I agree. Before we leave this room, let's see if there's any other clues. Maybe perhaps we've missed something, or there's a switch or something, or another way for us to activate this.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
I would like to guide myself as
Certainly.
I'm trying to really make this work. And as I do, I will cast guidance and I'll write the rune guidance out, and it will surround me and give me some energy. Garbage.
We're supposed to be the best circle. Finally.
Garbage 10.
10. You go right ahead and check out the wall, inspect it intently. No, nothing seems to be out of place. It's just a wall. No, and you don't see any magic inscriptions or anything like that.
What did you find, Ink? I see nothing. It's just a plain to me.
I will also investigate and see if maybe my observations will come up different. Nope, I don't. It's just a wall. Definitely just a wall.
Our circle is shrinking ever so quickly.
Well, the only other option is the secondary route, so I guess go back.
I agree.
Alrighty. So, you all turn around, heading back, going down the long corridor, hoping to find some type of clue where your friends could be. Not only Kayvon, but Andrina and Ireland as well.
Yeah, we're just splitting apart. As we're walking, Ink pets Big Steve on the head and says, "Don't worry, we'll find Kievan."
As he goes ahead and starts moving away, just turning back every so often. So, this is the first time we're doing it, but it's certainly not the last. In Descent into the Void Campaign 1 is a general feel of Descent to the Void. We like to do something called Entering the Void. That is when everyone gets deafened and muted, and we just have solo time with one of the characters. But since this is the first time, I invite all of you, although you're technically in the Void, to hang around and listen in. As Kayvon, I need you to please descend into the Void. I said it.
Womp, womp, womp.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead and okay. Now let's go into the void. And let's get Kayvon in here, why don't we? So, welcome Kayvon to the void. As you have touched the wall, following the voice that had beckoned you, you have magically teleported to a new room. This room is large and full, and the first thing that you notice, it is full of treasures beyond your imagination. Gold, silver, diamonds, and strange contraptions. It's almost like a treasure room of sorts. It's large, about 30 by 30. Everything is glowing with a strange effervescence. And everything is just because you're just magical in nature, you can just feel the magic that's inside this room as you begin to walk around. And everything has been meticulously placed. Like, it's not just gold or like a dragon treasure room. This is just full on a treasury placed on shelves and desks, tables, and other types of containers. But there is one that catches your eye. It looks to be a strange, like a large hourglass of sorts. Red sand fills this hourglass, and you can feel its pull, pulling you forward closer and closer. As you can hear the voice, no longer echoing in your head, but more so like it is right next to you.
Ah, you have finally arrived. I have been trapped here for eons. I've been placed here by a dark foe, seeking a champion to save me. Please, if you hear my voice, you are the chosen. You are that champion. I can get you out of here. I can give you power. I can protect you and your friends. Release me.
As the hourglass glows with a red hue every time the voice speaks. What do you do?
Show yourself. If you expect my trust, I must have some modicum of trust in return.
The hourglass glows, and it gets kind of ethereal, almost like a mirage, like an image swirling. As it solidifies, you see what looks to be an image of an androgynous fairy figure, if you will, like a small fairy, but it enlarged from the glass, from like the concave reflection of the glass, bound in shackles with large wings, like butterfly wings, you will, that just change hues of colors, reds, blues, greens, and yellows. The skin of this humanoid person is fair, and they have short red hair, that messy red hair, and just like a tired look on their face, and they wear a green tunic around them, slightly baggy. But yes, their legs and their arms are bound and shackled.
I am here, champion. Please. Dark dragons have placed me here. For so long, I've waited for someone. I've waited for you. Break open these bindings. Please, use your divine power.
Can I roll insight against this?
Certainly.
I'd like to use my halfling luck to reroll that.
Certainly. Natural 1 to A.
To a natural 9.
A 9. You don't know why, but yeah, you trust this entity, this fairy. I mean, from just what you know naturally, fey creatures, fairies, I mean, can be mischievous, but they're generally good. At least that's what it looks like. At least that's what you think. Did you always know that about fairies? No matter. Yeah, you trust this creature.
Wait, I want to help you, but there are others I'm with. I should talk to them first.
No. There's no time. Right now, they walk to a terrible danger. A strange creature that has entered these halls. A mechanical, and they are not ready to face it, but I can help you. I can defeat it, show you the way. Just release me. There is no time to lose.
You say they're in danger from what? A mechanical creature? Surely there's... No. Is there any other way out? How do I get out of here then? Just by smashing this contraption?
Yes, I can get us out. With my powers freed, although weakened, I can empower you and send you to your friends. And then I can help you defeat this fiend before it's too late. Just free me.
What do you do?
I said I would be responsible for them. Fine. But if I find out you're lying to me, creature, this will be the end of your story.
I understand. I do not lie.
So what do you do?
Very well. I'll look this thing over. Does it really just look that easy just to knock it over?
Yeah, just as simple as breaking it. It seems as simple as just breaking it somehow. I mean, you can use your hammer to crash it or magic.
I look around this room real fast. Is there anything else in this room that might give me the sense that this is some kind of test from the school?
Roll me a perception check as you look around the room. 11. You look around. There's wondrous items, things you've never seen before. There's weapons that glow with magical hues. There are strange contraptions and gold, silver, diamonds and rubies. Strange statues, all looking to be quite expensive. But I would definitely say the hourglass stands apart from everything else. But nothing that screams this is something from the school. Far from it, actually.
Champion, why do you falter? Please. Everything in this room is tainted. All but one thing. My hourglass. Do not touch anything else. Do not let greed take over. I shall free you and save your friends. If you free me, champion, simply break the glass.
Well, then I see no other way out of here at the moment. Very well. I wrap my whip around the hourglass and I take a few steps away to give myself about 32 feet of space between it and me, and I pull it off its shelf.
Alrighty, so you go ahead, whoosh, wrap your whip around and pull it down. As you do, it falls to the ground and shatters. Red dust flies in the air, almost like specters. as it circles around the entire room. The gold begins to shake, and all the coins all begin to shake, and you feel a reverberation in the room as the dust, the sand spins and turns and swirls and falls down with a gust of wind. And there before you is the small creature, the small fey creature with red hair, as they fly on over to you with a brilliant elegance.
I am free. Thank you, champion. Thank you. You have done the world quite the service, and I shall return to you the same. And our partnership does not have to end here. I sense greatness in you, and through my might, I can empower you. Anything you wish for, anything you dream, any secrets you search, I can provide the answers.
Yes, yes, I will one day be a legend of Greymore. But for now, keep your word to me. Allow me the way out of here and prove that you can get my friends to safety. Or I shall show you pain of depths that you may only have been able to imagine. I say, shaking my fist at the delicate-looking fey creature.
He's put a smile. Oh, they put a smile on their face, and it's a beautiful, charismatic smile. You feel warmth emanating from this creature as they turn to you.
Of course. You can call me Radaman, by the way. And I already know you are Kievan.
Ah, yes, I imagine word of my legend even extends down to the far reaches of places like this.
Apologies, the wrong voice came on there.
Of course, of course. Your legend is known far and wide, and will be known even further, as I, Radaman, will guide you. You have my word. Now, shall we return to your friends? They are in danger, and are in need of your assistance. Our assistance.
Yes, yes, onwards.
The fey creature holds out their hands, their tiny, tiny hand, expecting you to grab. Do you?
I grab the hand.
And as you do, the dust and the sand, the red sand swirls around the two of you as you suddenly disappear out of this ancient treasury room. And now we shall return from the void back to the party at hand. And one moment. There it is.
Whoa.
Welcome back from the void, everyone.
Who goes there?
Hope you
Where
had a
do we
pleasant
go?
stay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We've been here the whole time.
You've been here the whole time.
Alrighty. Alright, so as we get a little ambiance changed again.
Yeah, what's this music choice if you were just in the void there, Kievan?
So, meanwhile, the three of you are alone walking out the corridor and have now reached the center of the you've returned back where you had came from before and are continuing to travel.
Did we hit the fork?
Yes, you return back to the fork. and now can continue moving forward. So technically, it's right to where you had originally came from, or forward to the unknown. To the unknown.
Yeah, we're going down the other path.
Got it. So you continue walking. Go ahead and roll perception checks, please. Alrighty. So we have Ink with a 10, Dark with a 14, and Sully with a 20. Very perceptive, Sully.
Trying.
Sully and Zendark, you now hear what Kievan had heard before, that like mechanical sounds of something that's not a construct, if you will, coming from about 40 feet ahead. Sully, as you look, you do see a door, a threshold, if you will. It's an open threshold leading to something else, but you're a little bit too far to see what is past there. But the sound is getting louder the closer you get.
Wait, Sindar, do you hear that?
The buzzing? What do you think it is?
Sounds like a construct.
Probably. Ugh, we should be careful. I don't see anything. I do have, is it like dim lit here? I do have 60 feet dark vision.
Oh, no, you can see that there's another room, but you can't make out what's in it from this distance. And it's brightly lit, so you any of you with your normal vision can see that there is a room. Just not sure
Can we
what's in
just walk closer to the threshold?
You
And
certainly can.
Then like see what we see?
Mm-hmm. How do you walk up to it? Just normal?
I walk
Just-
first.
Yeah, let him walk first.
Okay. Just right. So you walk.
And I will kind of be stealthy
Ah.
while trying to kind of look where I'm going, make sure I'm not stepping on any false steps, kind of looking for unnatural looking cracks in the ground and stuff like that.
Sure.
Just being wary.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth and investigation check, please.
Okay, so the stealth is a 9, but the investigation is a 19. So I'm thorough, but just shit at being quiet.
Not this one. Not this one.
Yeah. Oh, this one's good.
This
Over here,
one's good. I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna slowly step where he steps.
Okay. So.
Ink, don't be scared. We'll find our friends.
Okay, come on, Big Steve. Let's go. And like Ink like is touching Big Steve for like support, you know, as they're both like following behind.
Oh, sorry. He keeps barking.
All
Big
right.
Steve, you need to be quiet.
Shh, Big Steve.
Steve barks and is trying his best to be stealthy, but it's just so sad that Kayvon is no longer with you at this moment. But you do go ahead, stealthing first, Sully, with the other two and close in tow. As you peek inside, Sully, you see that there are no traps, luckily. You don't run into anything as you turn to the room and notice that it is about a 3x6 room. So not too large, but a strange humanoid-shaped golem made out of metallic parts, stepping around, looking and picking up what looks to be books. There is like almost like this is a sort of like library or a study, picking up books and like depositing it into its inner chamber, like opening up his mouth and putting it inside. It's like as you peek inside, Sully, with your 9. Let's roll a perception check for it.
Isn't that what we originally came here for? Is to get the golem
Yes, the light golem.
that can go through walls. Yes.
Here it is. Perception check for it is okay. And you rolled a 9. All right, and it rolled a 10. So, as it turns, and actually I explained a little bit differently. It is like kind of made out of like light and glass, exactly. This like glass-like golem standing there. It turns and just notices Sully poking his head out from around the corner, as like all of a sudden you hear a boop, 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 as it's like starts blinking. Its entire body begins blinking red and blue, as like of alert, as you hear it go. Make sure I hit the right one.
Alert! Alert! Destroy! Destroy! Destroy!
And I will need everyone to please roll me initiative.
Oh no, it hurt us.
Nice.
Everyone but Kayvon, you are not here. And I will roll for it.
Sindark, you better lead the charge.
Oh man, I will try my best.
Ink, what's your dex?
My dex is +1.
Okay.
All right, and Big Steve rolled an 8. Okay, so the order goes Zendark with a 15, Kayvon, oh, you're not here. Zendark with a 15, Big Steve, who will just take the dodge dash, or dodge or dash action, Sully with a 7, and same thing with Ink, who's a little bit slower than Sully, and then lastly, lucky for you, the Glasswork Golem, who goes on a 6.
Question, do we recall, is this a hex or is this just like a thing that she released there?
Just a thing that she built and got released, so it's no hex breaking involved to your knowledge.
Okay.
Just golem breaking.
Got it.
So why
Thank
don't
you,
I
thank you.
reveal the map? And so it was just so I can place you with the correct portion. You were Zendark, you were a little bit behind Sully, and then Ink, you were behind Zendark.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, Big Steve and I were bringing in the rear.
All right, so let's go ahead.
We were maybe like, because he was sneaking ahead. We were maybe like 10, 15 feet behind him. Yeah,
Okay.
that's about right.
Alrighty. And I'm gonna put. He would have saw you, so he's gonna go right. Oh, it's gonna go right there. Alrighty. And
Yay.
why don't we switch to the battle map for all our viewers?
Oh my.
And
How shocking.
okay. Perfect. And we shall begin this battle. So, this creature that is just made this golem that's made out of glass just starts flashing. You were told some aspects about it, but looking at it, it just is very daunting creature to face off against, as it is tall. It's a medium-sized creature, but it is still tall, large, and very nefarious looking as it zeroes in, focusing on Sully. Zendark, you can barely see it past Sully as it steps in in front of the threshold, and you can see this menacing creature, and you are the first to go. What do you do?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. How tall, Sully?
Like 3'6".
Yeah, so I'm like 6 feet. So I'm like a whole like half a foot above him. So I'm just gonna like look above him and like launch a spell over his head at this creature and say, perhaps if we damage it a little, it'll be easier to subdue. And as I take a step forward, I will um pull out my diamond focus and like a Rubik's cube sort of change and spin as I touch the glyphs and call forth an energy, and I will stop its pulsing on a lightning yellow, and I will have a launch my chromatic orb at the creature.
Alrighty. Go ahead and target the creature and launch your chromatic orb.
Oh, I dropped it on the... Okay, hold on. Oh my god.
Natural 1. Unfortunately, the blast goes wide, striking the wall behind the creature. As it notices you as well and kind of zeroes in.
Watch my head.
Sorry. I will take another step over and leave the space open for Ink then to try and do better than me. And I do not have a bonus to do, so I'll end my turn.
Okay. Up next is Big Steve, who I need to move up out of this room and into the next. There we are. I'll say Big Steve's probably behind you all. Big Steve is going to remain there and take the dodge action, ending his turn.
Ooh, Big Steve.
Kieva's not there to command him. All he's going to do is just take the dodge
Big
action.
Steve, do something.
Sully, it is your turn.
All right. As I kind of coordinate this motion with Ink, because we technically are doing this at the same time, I will run forward shouting, holding my rapier in front of me as a distraction to kind of pull the attention of this golem away from the hallway where my friends are. And that will also give Ink a clear line of fire to make a move as I begin attacking with my rapier.
Alrighty, go ahead and target the creature and see if your strike lands true.
Why won't it? There we go.
Doesn't like you have it targeted, but a 22 would definitely hit it. Go ahead and target the creature and roll your damage.
It's not letting me do that.
That's what I was doing. It not on the map doesn't work, but you can do it from the combat tracker.
Oh, let me fix that
Okay.
really quick. Okay, now you should be fine.
Yeah. 5 damage as I try to break the glass that is this golem.
All right.
And I think that's... Oh, shit. I should also have done this before. But for the next round of combat, I also will cast Hunter's Mark, allowing me to get some extra damage when I attack this golem, since it is our mark.
Excellent. So you go ahead and see the golem and wishing to spare your friends from its wrath. You jump in there and make an attack. You go into one of they're still mechanical pieces, although it's mostly glass, and you go and shove your rapier into one of them as like sparks appear out of it, and it kind of moves around, focusing completely on you. You cast your Hunter's Mark atop of it as the symbol appears on its head, and it gets ready to retaliate. Anything else you wish to do in your turn?
Can I like pull out a flask of oil?
Oh, certainly, yes. There's a free action to
I will-
interact. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that as well.
Okay. You pull out a flask of oil, holding in your hand. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Alrighty, Ink, you're up next.
Cool. These squares, how many feet are they?
5 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20. Cool. So I'm gonna sort of like from back here, because I'm within range for this. I am going to speak a one-word command at the glass golem and cast a command at it. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Excellent. So you can go ahead and target it and hit that cast button.
Cool. Let me get to it. Okay. Target. Boop. Wait, did that work?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then into my spells.
Under your actions, you should be able to hit that cog wheel under command and then hit that cast button.
Love it.
Or save button if it's save.
And cast.
Ooh, it failed with an 8.
Amazing. It stops immediately. It does not move, as I have told it to halt.
Okay. How long does the halt last?
Oh, that's a great question. Let me double check. It just says if the target can't follow your command, the spell ends. So I guess as long as I have it. Oh, well, it says 1 round.
One
so
round. All right.
cool. Found it. Haha, I know where to find the information about spells and junk.
All right. And specifically, does halt stop his movement, or does it cannot attack either?
Yeah, so it can't do any. The target doesn't move and takes no actions.
Ah, excellent. So you go ahead and cast your word of power over to the machine as it stops in place, malfunctioning for a moment, unable to take any actions until your next turn. Is there anything else you wish to do? You have your movement and a bonus action.
I'm going to use a bonus action for Sully. I'm going to call to Sully and say, "Try and disable it while it can't move. I know you can do it. You're such a talent." And cast Bardic Inspiration again to Sully.
I'll do what I can.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else you wish to do in your turn?
That's it.
Alrighty. Up next is the glasswork golem. The golem just kind of stands there, doesn't even speak or make any noise, just is halted as it just is frozen in place and will end its turn. So, with that being said, we go to the top of the round. Zendaric, what do you wish to do?
I believe we learned from Amelia that in its chest there was like a core that powered it, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So hearing Ink shout that out, and with that prior knowledge, I'm going to say, I'll help you, and run forth into this room and try and let me see if I have a tool or something that could potentially help me. I have my knife and my daggers if I need to sort of help pry it open, but what I would like to do is try and use my action to help Sully disable it, like Ink suggested.
Okay. So you want to use the help action for
Oh,
Sully?
yeah. So I will use the help action on Sully, or in conjunction with Sully.
All right, awesome. So you pull out any tools you have ready, prying in there, looking over at Sully, attempting to assist him to get to this core, which is completely blocked by a glass exterior. Very powerful, strong glass exterior. Is there anything else you wish to do on your turn?
No, well, it's an action to assist him, so I will. Nope, just run forward and get in a better position.
Excellent. Big Steve is up next. Big Steve will move up slightly, probably to the edge of the corner here, just to make sure you guys are okay. Goes back in the corner and we'll take the dodge action. Sully.
Ever the hero, Big Steve. Ever the hero.
Sully, you're up next.
Okay. This is what I'm thinking. I, in my free hand, had grabbed a flask of oil. On the previous turn, with a rapier, you must do piercing damage, correct? So I assume that I made some sort of contact and potentially pierced through the glass exterior of this golem. Is that correct, DM?
Yes.
Okay. Very important. Because what I would like to do with this thing being halted is take that flask of oil and shove it into the crack that I have created. And then, if it's possible with a flourish, to kind of walk backwards up the wall and grab the torch that is there, and then put it into the oil, causing an explosion in and around the core with that oil.
Sure. And now, one more time, how are you igniting this oil?
With the torch that is right next to me. I'll just like kind of walk backwards, walking up with my spider silk slippers, grabbing it and dropping it down.
Okay. Why don't you roll me... Oh, go ahead.
Not what I expected him to be doing.
That's okay, because you're assisting him to do it nonetheless. So go ahead and roll
That's
me...
why I figured I might be able to get away with having that like cheated action where it's like Zendark is kind of with like his own tools, like
prying
making
open that,
like prying it
that
open a little bit
spot and
further so that way like the flask can
helping
get in
the
there.
oil drip in.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So go ahead and roll me a... This is more of like an improvised attack. So why don't you go ahead and roll me your dex check. Go ahead and roll me a dex check at advantage because you're getting assistance.
Okay.
Unless you are trained or have that feat for improvised items and things like that, you can include your proficiency bonus. If not, then straight dex check. Oof, my words.
Not necessarily. I did not take that feat because we haven't gotten there yet. But so I'll make a dex check at advantage. You said?
Yes. You're getting help from... You're trying to get into this little area, and Zendark has his weapons helping you as well.
Well, it's a 10.
A
10.
To
check.
All right, so you kind of shove it...
Bardic inspiration?
Oh, yeah, I do totally have a Bardic. Well, it's an 11.
Oh my god, I thought that was a 6. Jesus.
Damn.
13 is the number you need. But you go ahead and try your best to shove the oil in there and quickly light it ablaze. It doesn't get as far as you want, but I will say this, and since he does not move, it will be a fail. You do manage. You did hear from... Omelia that poison no, fire yes, would work against this creature. So as you light it, it doesn't go deep into the core as far as you would want. And Zendark, you quickly jump back not to get burned, but it does take 1d6 fire damage that it is slightly vulnerable to. So can you please roll me a d6, please?
Come on.
All right, so 4 points of damage, of fire damage onto the golem.
Okay. Damn you, Golem.
Oh, that did not work. Let's try again. There we go. Alrighty. Anything else you wish to do?
Oh, since I do have my hunter's mark on it, would that deal an extra d6?
You know what? Yes. Go ahead and roll that d6 for the hunter's mark. So
Well, I
2
tried.
more damage. Alrighty. It doesn't move and doesn't respond in pain as it just ignites and the flames kind of fade away over time.
It's Hardy.
Alright. Anything else you wish to do, Sully?
No, I think that's going to be everything.
Alrighty. Ink.
Did a lot of random stuff.
Ink, what would you like to do?
Yes, I would like to, excuse me, sir. My cat is here, and he's very distracting. He has arrived. I would like to cast Sacred Flame on the golem.
Alrighty.
So let me do that.
You can just roll damage because it will fail this check as it's just halted. It won't be until the start of his turn.
Cool. Boop, boop, boop. Where are my cantrips? Hello? Sacred Flame. Damage. Please take 7 radiant damage.
Very nice. So
Well, flame damage. Radiant. Flame like radiance.
Not quite fire damage, but still radiant damage as a holy light of your flames engulf the creature and slowly fades away as there's a little bit of char on the exoskeleton of this glass structure. Is there anything else you wish to do?
No, that's it.
Alrighty, so you stay there in the back. It is now the golem's turn. The golem reactivates, seeing the enemies around it. As it immediately reacts, you see it open up its mouth wide.
Destroy intruders. Destroy the intruders.
As it's a bright light shines out of his mouth, and all of a sudden it engulfs the entire area within this room. As I need Sully and Zendark to please roll me Constitution saving throws as a blinding light flashes in your eyes. All right, that's a failure, Zendark.
What about a 10?
That's a failure, Sully. Oh,
Well, I tried.
nope, that is a success. You met. the
Yeah! That's right, baby.
DC. Alrighty. Zendark,
Just barely.
you are blinded by this glasswork golem and are unable to see. It does have advantages against you as it then goes on and out of its body, it's like part of its torso lifts up and blades of glass, like shards of glass, come out as it spins high with a high speed and will attack with its 2 attacks, both Sully and Zendark. Zendark at advantage, but we will start off with Sully. Oh, I should also mention, you can see that the charring and the marks is repaired. It fades away. As you remember, Amelia told you, it does have regenerating effects.
Oh, piss.
All right, so the first attack against Sully. 11 versus your AC.
Well, that doesn't hit.
All right, you nimbly dodge out the way as it strikes Zendark as well. 19 versus your AC.
That's a hit.
All right, so you take 8 points of slashing damage as blood starts to come out of your torso where it's slashed.
Big Steve did not like that.
It closes its mouth, its eyes glowing red as it continues the assault. But its turn is over. Up next is Zendaric.
Yo, dog, that ain't good. I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
As an action, blindly disengage. I know that I sort of came around the corner because, like, on the map, it's blacked out for me. I am blind. I cannot see.
That's true.
But I know that I basically took a few steps forward, or like turned the corner and took a few steps forward. So I'm just going to try and like dip forward, like as if I'm going to attack the creature, but actually like feint backwards and disengage as an action, and go back 15 feet and hope that I've like made it away from the creature in the doorway, and be like, I can't see, I'm blind, I can't see anything.
Do you have disadvantage for moving?
You just blindly kind of run back.
I'm a graceful elf.
What's up, Dr. Silo? Thank you for the raid.
Yay, thank you, Dr. Silo, for the raid.
Oh,
Archon of our
awesome.
dreams.
Thank you.
But
Blindly
Zendaric.
flailing apart. I can't see. I'm blinded. I'm just gonna sort of scramble back. But like I said, I'm gonna try to like. I knew the creature was in front of me, so I'm like dipping forward but feinting back. So, as an action, disengaging and hoping I'm far enough away from it to not get hit. I do not have a bonus action to do anything because I can't see. Where are you? And then I'll end my turn.
Alrighty. Up next is Big Steve, who sees you running. Alright. Up next is Big Steve. Big Steve sees you running and goes and runs away. And we'll take the dodge action. Hiding in the corner as Sully, you are up next.
All right, well, I did prefer to have my companion next to me for a sneak attack, but it's fine.
I'm blind. I'm a wizard. I'm blind. I should have never came that close in the first place.
I'm going to just attack it with my rapier. I do have the hunter's mark still going for me, so that is a 24.
Wow, 24 hits. Roll that damage.
Yeah, get him. Get him.
I really wish my extra dice would actually help my situation. That's 9 piercing damage.
9 piercing damage. Excellent. So you go ahead and get right into the weak points of this glasswork golem, slashing at the same part that you already exploded. Like, it still had small cracks, although it repaired the damage that you'd done. As you strike again, and you see it kind of shake and move, like electrical sparks shooting out of the crevices that you've created. Anything else you wish to do?
I get the idea that maybe instead of trying to put the golem on fire, I should put my sword on fire. So I grab a second oil flask and just get it ready for the next turn.
Very nice, yes. Alrighty. Ink, it is your go.
Okay. I am going to strum my what is it Ink has? My lute. and sing a little song saying, "You have been a great disappointment to your mistress Omelia," and I cast Vicious Mockery.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
So let me do that.
the bard we deserve. That was amazing.
I rolled a 14 on his wisdom saving, so success.
Ah, beans.
So it hears your call, but seems to ignore it as it's focusing, decimating Sully Oberto.
Don't mind me, just facing this thing by myself.
Anything else you wish to do?
No. That's all I got.
Alrighty. The glasswork golem then goes. It did not get back its blinding charge, but it will instead just look on over at Sully. Wait, what?
You just time walked me, man. Healed 10.
Oh yes, you do. You do see it. You do see that it regenerates a massive amount of the damage on it as it cleared up any of the damage and rust and flames that you had impacted on it before, focusing its eyes directly over at the poor defenseless halfling before it as it goes.
Defenseless?
You are an interloper. You shall be destroyed. Destroyed. Destroyed.
As it will go ahead and make its 2 attacks against you. First attack. Damn, it's an 8, which misses. In the second. It's a 9. Oof. You are quite nimble, Sully, as you attempt to dodge around this, and it's unable to hit you, but you know that one hit could just mean the end of with its powerful blows. And with that, it will end its turn. Now, before we return to the top of the round, Kievan, it is at this point, as the darkness, or to say the red dust swirls around, and you begin to teleport with this strange fey creature. Everything around you just goes dark, and you feel a strange presence. Like a presence that is both welcoming but fearful. And you, just for a moment, first roll me a perception check, Kievan, please.
Like visual-based perception, or like?
This is your sensory. Here, all 5 of your senses-based perception. So if you get like any bonuses because of smell or something like that, then yes, you can apply it.
Heck yeah.
Ooh.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You smell the scent of fire and brimstone for just a moment. Your heart skips a beat before that scent almost magically transforms into lilies and sunshine. Things that you yourself would consider like a pacifying scent. And it makes you feel better, calm, but in the back of your mind, you still remember that weird infernal stench. As whoosh, you appear directly in the middle of the room, and your power, like the divine energy, the radiant energy that swirls within you, is magnified. You feel like a god as you are there alone, and you all of you who are in the room, and I would even say no, you're blind. Sully, you just see in just a collection of red dust shoot across the room, and just appearing in it is is Kievan, and he's just covered with a reddish hue of energy, and the hairs on your neck, on your arms, on your head begin to stand up slightly as a chill run down your spine, and then that feeling fades as the golem turns around and kind of just and looks at you as Kievan, please roll me initiative to see where you start in this new initiative count.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So you start immediately. All right. And so the battle continues. Kievan, for the purpose of this battle, every time you hit, all of your attacks are at advantage. Every damage you do is considered a critical. So when you roll damage, please hit the shift key. And make sure ADV is selected, as you are empowered by an unknown force. And just see this creature attacking and not necessarily decimating your allies, but you do see Sully backed into a corner and a damaged Zendaric, who's kind of, his eyes are just like he's moving his head around, blindly flailing, as you also hear one final thing coming from that strange fey creature in your mind.
Destroy your enemies. Prove your supremacy.
Go ahead and take your turn.
And didn't I warn you that the largest ones were always the most brutish? Have no fear, Kievan Red Quill is here! And with that, I will bring my whip, careening towards him. Him being the golem, I'm gendering him, but you know.
Jesus.
Oh, you hit Sully. Be sure
What
to
the hell?
Hi, Sully!
Unless you meant to.
Damn.
For roll down, so let's see here. You rolled a natural 20 on the creature. Wait, which one? Yes, on the creature. So since you all of your abilities are already crits, and you roll a natural 20, do 4 times the amount of damage that you normally would do. I don't know if there's a way to code that, so roll the damage and then roll it again. Maybe holding the shift, untargeting Sully, and holding shift so that it comes across.
Please don't target me.
No, Sully can't get it. It's been a long time coming. There can only be so many halflings here.
How the turntables.
This is critted.
8 points of crit damage.
And I'm gonna blow my channel divinity to inflict touch of death. I could have done that before, I guess. It just puts 9 extra damage on that.
Nice. I'll go ahead and add that manually. All right. Roll one more time, because like I said, you rolled nat 20 on a crit, on already it being vulnerable to you. So hold shift and roll one more time.
Boom, boom.
5 extra points of damage. Nice. So you all, except for Zendaric, see the appearance of Kievan as he goes in power for exploding with the force with his whip across this glass metallic creature. That was your action. You have your move and bonus if you so choose. Unless the channel divinity was a bonus.
I think it might be. And with that, I will. I will wave my hand. I'll wave my hand over towards Big. Actually, I don't even see Big Steve right now, do I?
No, he's kind of cowering in the corner, but he senses your presence, and you hear, "Oh, oh, oh," and he will be running to you as soon as it's his turn.
Awesome. That's the end of my turn.
Alrighty.
Except for like I'll lose the last of my movement to when he gets here to mount him.
All right, Xandaric, you're up next. Let me see if you can roll that save again. Just want to be sure.
Oh, at the end of my last turn?
The bonus section, Constitution saving throw, be blinded. At the end of each of your turns, you can roll it to see if you get rid of it. So the last turn you did not. So go ahead and roll it and see if you are still blinded.
Is it Constitution?
Yes. You're a little low, just letting you know.
Is it a Constitution?
Oh, a 7. That was almost 13. Almost.
I know.
But
Piece of a die.
it
I
was. 7 unfortunately fails. You are still blind. The light is in your eyes, and you are unable to perceive anything around you.
I flail around. I'm like, is that Kievan? Is he in front of me? Kievan, are you in front of me? I'm going to assume not, and he didn't respond quick enough, and touch the Rubik's Cube. I've memorized all of the patterns, and I will activate it and try and lob a firebolt forward, because I believe the creature's still in front of me.
Now, does it say a creature you can see, though?
Nope.
Oh.
You hurl a mote of fire at a creature or an object within range. Make a spell attack against the target. So it's at disadvantage because I'm blinded, but I can still try.
Yeah, go ahead and target the golem because, yes, luckily Kievan is not right there. So you
So I was like, are you in front of me? Okay.
Ooh,
15.
it is a hit. Roll damage.
Right. Yes.
Nice.
6 points of fire damage.
Alrighty, which gets doubled to 12 points of fire damage onto this creature.
Nice. I just like drag my hand along the wall, and I'll like slowly like take a few steps back, and then I'll like bump into ink, and then I'll just stand there. Did I hit it? Did I hit it? And then
You
I'll
got
end my
it.
turn.
You did get it. Congrats.
Big Steve hearing Kievan will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet run on over to Kievan. And Kievan, you turned and see your faithful pet, not pet, I would say.
Steed?
Hound. Not Steve. Well, I guess you can call it Steed. You do ride it, but your faithful hound run up next to you.
Faithful Steve.
Faithful Steve. Yes, run up next to you. You now have once again control over it. You can choose what you would like Steve to do. Oh, he has 40 feet of movement, so you can move a little bit more.
He has actually, I think he might even have 50. Mastiff has 40, only 40.
All right. So you have 5 more feet of movement.
I can mount him on my turn, so I think this will do.
Alrighty.
That's perfect, personally.
Sully, you're up next.
Oh, nice of you to show up, Kievan. Where did you go? Just leaving us like that. And I will take that oil flask and kind of put some on my sword, lighting it behind me. Wait, is that torch still there? Or is it gone now? Because I had used it before.
Oh, if you like completely used it to, yes, yeah, it would be gone, I guess, since you kind of took it out and used it.
Okay. It wouldn't be lying on the floor or anything like that?
You know what?
Just,
yeah,
out of
I think
curiosity.
I feel like actually, because these are all like turning on when you enter, these are actually magical flames, so it's still lit, so you can still grab it from the ground and use it.
Okay. Well, because I have that oil on the sword already, I just want to like light my sword on fire.
Yeah, you can easily do that.
And then stab him with it.
Right. Your sword ignites with flames. All right, so you can do an extra, I would say, D4 fire damage for just 1 round.
That's extremely fair. Okay. So let me just make sure the hunter's mark is still on. Yes.
Wow.
23.
23 hits. Roll damage. Nice. Describe your killing blow.
As the sword lights up with flame, I look at Kievon, and I'm actually very thankful. And I give him like this moment where I wasn't serious about where he was this whole time. I'm just happy he's back, and almost to still like reignite that competitive nature. Though I stab into the golem with the flame, knowing that that crack had been slowly getting wider and wider with that firebolt that had been thrown and everything else that had been done to this thing. As I twist the rapier, pulling out and seeing the explosion in the inside of this thing as the core kind of ignites.
Nice. So you go ahead and stab into the creature as you hear it. I mean, some sort of pain, more pain you've heard before, as it's kind of out.
Malfunction. Initiate self-destruct sequence.
Woo, 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 as it begins to glow brighter and brighter, and just is happening so quickly that before you are even able to kind of do anything left, a bright light shines from it as it explodes, like damage explodes, shaking the area around you as the light kind of covers all of you, and like everything just kind of goes white for a moment, and it looks like it may be the end. This is a humongous explosion. Kievon and Sully, you feel something touch your hands. You feel something like heavy, like a hand grab your wrist and pull you aside as after a bright light, there is a gentleman with a black coat and short black hair, and as you kind of like holding back the blast with his hands, as you look, you see Lucian Shadowbrook standing there as he goes, delete, and he pulls his arms apart, and the flames suck into a small little bead before boop disappearing, and he slams it onto the ground, and the entire chamber stops shaking as he goes, I wasn't too late. And you see the leader of your circle, your dean, standing there suddenly in front of you all, as the golem has completely eviscerated, and leaving just you, Lucian, and the rest of your party here.
Well, some of us see him.
Oh. You're just like, what happened?
What happened? Do I eventually, does it shake off? Is it magical, or was it like an effect?
It was magical, but after some time, we'll say it shakes off.
Okay.
And the blind is, or I would say he walks by looking at you, snaps his fingers as delete, and the spell is dispelled instantly on you. All right. As the battle is over. Alrighty. Lucian stands there, breathing. He looks like he looks exhausted, as if getting here drew all of his energy away as he kind of falls to one knee. You all have been missing 4 days. Where the fuck have you all been? How did you get here? I had to rely on our tie of the circle to even find you. As he looks around at his surroundings.
Days? It's been like...
It's been a couple hours.
6 hours.
It's been 4 damn days. I told you all to be careful. I told you to not to do something. We will talk when we leave. Where are the other two?
We're still trying to find them.
I can't pinpoint their energies. I'm gonna get you all out first. What is this place? Hold on to me. Now!
We'll go ahead. I will go ahead and do that.
Yep, put a hand
Kevin
on
doesn't
him.
offer
I,
any word of
I don't
resistance. He
even I
grabs
don't
him.
even question it.
He closes his eyes when you all grab as he takes a deep sigh and begins whispering an incantation. Esemaraka temurusutenef. As he says so, and those of you who know Draconic, this is Draconic. As he casts what seems to be a teleportation spell, as runes appear around you, boom, 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 of black lettering at your feet. A light then shines as it begins to shake, but just almost like a shudder, like a reverberation goes. Ugh! The 9 hells. Ugh! Why isn't the spell working for us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why isn't it? Fine. And he goes and concentrates further, seemingly upcasting the spell again to include another entity. There! And he slams his hand onto the ground as you all suddenly disappear. Reappearing on the outside, it is night as you appear at the exterior of the cave that you entered, and Lucian just falls to the ground. What was that?
We succeeded in our mission to subdue the errant golem.
Yes, I guess you could say that is a sliver of good news. We've also lost 2 of our first circle.
I'll find them. He kind of holds himself. He looks pale as he's drained. What could have... no matter. I don't know what brought you here, or how you even discovered this. And he kind of looks in shock at this ancient tomb that suddenly appeared. Go back. Go back to your dorm, and wait before you receive further instruction.
Should we inform
We
one
can
of
possibly
the others?
aid you in finding the other.
Go! As he yells out, cutting you all off.
Come on, guys. Do I know the path?
Let's go.
Yes, lead on, Derek Hudson.
And you all
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Walking away. As we're walking away, Ink stands close to all of their cadre right here and goes, "They really should vet these bulletins because we got this mission from the school."
It was legitimate.
It was totally real.
This level F, as the elders would say, my ass.
I'm trying to hold a genuine laugh.
as you guys walk down through the forest and make your way for about 20, 30 minutes, I believe 45 minutes or so, you pass by where Amelia's hut was. It is not there. Instead, it looks like a broken stone house, decrepit, that had been here for probably hundreds of years. Vines growing on it. The entire top half is gone. This is a ruin of all sorts.
Well, I guess
What?
we're not going to get those cool items.
What? Where's Amelia's house? He said days passed, not years.
I don't understand. Can we look at the? I run to the rubble.
No, get back!
Don't.
Don't mess with that. Let's just get back and we'll tell.
You
Tell them about it.
Kiba, you run over to the rubble. Roll me a quick perception check.
Hmm. 18.
18. Everything just looks gone. There's those contraptions and bottles and beakers, those strange tools, everything gone. There are like insects running about, and everything just looks as if it's just been abandoned stone home that has been there abandoned for hundreds of years at least. There is no sign as anyone ever residing in here or living in here for quite some time. And you kind of hear...
I'm encountering some dissonance.
And you kind of hear in your mind, or like almost like a whisper in your ear.
You seem distressed. Don't worry. I'm sure you can figure it out in the morning. Listen to what that strange man has said. Go back. Rest. You have exerted yourself. But the results were magnificent. Thank you, my champion. We have much to discuss in the coming times.
What do you do, Kevin?
Kevin, stop daydreaming. Come on.
Yes, I'm to the dorm rooms, right?
I know he said to go back to our room, but do you think we should tell one of the other deans?
Tomorrow morning, we'll probably have to talk to all of the deans after this.
Oh god.
Yes, it seems what has occurred here was relatively unprecedented. So,
You're right. All right.
happy first week. Maybe instead of taking a bulletin, we should have just stayed in our dorm and done trust falls. I don't know.
Right, we could have had a few more classes. Think of all the lectures we've missed.
Alrighty.
At least it's already fall break.
Not quite, but let us go.
So you all walk back. Find already there, just a sort of carriage waiting for you. No, actually, let me put it this way. You walk back, and you were brought all the way here, but now you have to walk even further. The carriage not being here and no way to call it at this time as you reach the Isle of Eternity city proper, the city that he walked through. You can easily hail a wyvern driven, actually wouldn't wyvern there, a Draco driven carriage, and you do so, hopping inside and telling them that you wish to go back to the Fractal Centaurum. Kievan, you feel exhausted. Whatever happened, it is now taking its drain on you. You feel lethargic, but intoxicated. That was a power you've never felt, a connection to the unknown that you've never felt before. And part of you wants more. Ooh, it's like a drug. But keeping that, you all return back to the Fractal Centaurum, the brilliant, tall citadel, making its way through its hallowed halls. As you walk through, many of the students are looking at you. They're just like staring for a moment. You hear whispers of them like, I heard they were missing for days, almost a week. I don't know. And they're just kind of whispering as you kind of do this like walk of shame almost back to the corridor, back to that special room where that allows you all in. You enter in your dorms once again, feeling tired, feeling the weight of everything that you've been through come upon you. And there, with that strange event completed, we will end tonight's session.
God,
Who knows what that means? What really happened?
It's a mystery.
A mystery indeed, a mystery that we'll be cracking soon. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Thank you so much for you
thank
guys.
Omar.
Thank
You guys
you.
were amazing. Thank you so much for those of people who stopped by and watched those amazing follows we had in raids. That was fantastic. Who did we get raided by? Follow
Dr. CeeLo
Dr.
and
CeeLo
Chubby
or Silo.
Squirrel.
Chubby Squirrel
Yeah, they were
follow.
playing Pokemon D&D.
Pokemon D&D. That's awesome. Oh man, I love me some Pokemon.
And our resub from Caloran, 9 months. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, with secrets, with more questions than answers popping up, we will have to return to this next week. So before we sign off, can we please just get your names, where we can find you, and any other tidbits you wish to have the amazing viewers know? Starting off with Rachel.
Yes, thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. Please do give me a gander over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/IamRachelQuirky, where I am a variety streamer. I do gaming and I also watch wrestling. So come hang out with me. And thank you, Omar, for running a wonderful session that now is going to make my brain hurt for a week.
No problem. Yes, please follow Rachel. She's amazing. I love watching her. I'll be at work and I'm just like put her stream on. She's fantastic. We chat all the time. So awesome. And Adam, please, where can we find you and any stuff you wish to share?
Hey, it's me, Adam. Still remembers all the moves to Lucky Star dance sequence. And you can find me at the Pun Brothers on... Sorry, I just feel so messed up by this session. Find me on TikTok.
At Fun But at TikTok. Yeah, sorry. Awesome. Yes. If you haven't guessed it, Adam is hilarious. Like fucking hilarious. Please, follow him on TikTok. The puns are real. Is all I could say, but awesome. And then finally, our very own admins of Descent to the Void, starting off with Zektown. Zeki.
Oh man, you can find me doing many things. At Zektown, pretty much everywhere on the internet. I got the Nat Ones podcast. We have Storyboard, where we interview awesome content creators in the tabletop space, diving into their worlds. You can catch me on Zendaric's Monday show, The Radiant Citadel. I've been hanging out there recently. It's been a lot of fun bringing back old characters. Here on Sundays, Tuesdays on AP, and sometimes random other stuff there on AP as well. So I'm all over the place, but you can definitely find me here 2 or 3 days a week.
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, our very own resident enchanter, Zendaric, aka Travis.
That is me. Yes, you can catch me streaming here on Sundays this game. Mondays we play in the Radiant Citadel, where we come bring to life and play some games with my other creatures. Sorry, my puppies are all like, play with me, it's time for dinner. So Mondays there, and occasionally you can catch me as a variety streamer too at Zendark, and on socials you can find me on Twitter or the bird. What is it we say, Zeki? The bird.
Bluebird.
The bluebird. Well, it's still alive. It is dying quickly, but that is still around. You can find me at OMG. It's Travi.
Awesome. And of course, you can find me here at Taily20s. I am Omar, aka your resident Tailweaver. You can find me at Taily20s, or twitch.tv/Taily20s, twitter.com/Taily20s, or my personal stuff where I do cosplaying and conning over at Going Con Adventures at That's So Omar. I almost said, oh my god, it's Omar. That's So Omar is where you could find me. So before we head off, really quick, can we do stars and wishes? Let's start off with Travis. Stars is who you felt gave you the ooh-ah-ahs, the everything, the life, and then your wish of what you wish to see.
I'll give my star to Kievan for his exploration into the Fey unknown and his dealing through that situation. I thought was really fun and interesting. So good job there, and finding a cosmic entity or horror to lead us in this next part. My wishes would be, I wish for more spells because I'm a greedy wizard.
Awesome. Well, go to school. You might learn
Give
more
me that
spells.
detect magic. I need to detect magic now.
Stop skipping class. So-
Yeah, don't skip class. Go to school.
Yeah.
I am the one who wants to go to these lectures.
Awesome. Okay, and Zeki.
My star goes to Ink/Rachel because we would have normally just gone through that first encounter with guns a-blazing, so to speak. And I thought it was really cool to be able to try and do more of like a skill, like sneaky challenge, which I think had some funny moments for us anyways with the illusions and stuff. So star for that. And my wish is that we figure out who that like crazy witch woman was now, because now we have some crazy like larger story to dive into. Like we should not have been doing that mission, I have a feeling. So I wish to find out what the real plans there were.
Oh, she straight up was a hag or a witch. I did not even think of that until you said that. What a good call.
All right. And Rachel, your star and wish, please.
I will give my star also to Kievon for lying a bunch about the voices that made me giggle.
I told the truth sometimes.
Sometimes this coin, and also that because of that, we now have a transparency rule for the circle. Like, you just got to be honest. You hear a voice,
You gotta talk
say
about
something. You hear something, say something. It's the new rule. And my wish is to see what happened to Drina in Ireland.
Indeed. And finally, Adam, your star and wish, please.
I gotta give this. Everyone did so great, but I'm sorry. Blind wizard running is just stuck with me. It's like one of the most, just a classic moment of hilarity. What's more funny than a blind wizard who can't cast spells on the targets?
I went through all of my list and I was like, target, must see, target you can see, can see. And I was like, this one just says lob.
And that was good.
My wish.
My wish, geez, that I wish that we keep having these interesting moments where mechanically we're victorious, but story-wise there are consequences for things that are really heavy and complicated.
and severely unseen.
Awesome. All right. So before we tally the votes, I will give my meta moment that I have to do. Yeah, we have just scratched the surface. Everything that has been said, every line said by every character of every perception check has a significance. Everything you've done has been there, from the dragons to the strange voice to that weird reliquary-like treasure room. There's just
You're a villain.
Who said he's a villain? You said they're villains.
You're a villain.
Oh, I'm a
You're
villain. I'm a villain. No, I'm just a tail weaver.
I second that.
Villain.
That's a third.
Yeah, but oh my, and then yeah, apparently that place was not there. Apparently some sort of illusion or something else. Who knows? But we'll find out. So by my tally, that is Kievon with 2 votes. So boop, you received the star. So that means that when you roll a d20 or any type of check, whatever, you can see the result, and after knowing the result, can choose to roll it again if you so choose. Now, Ink, you didn't use yours, but this was an intense an intense session. I loved it. So I'm going to let you keep it, and you'll have to make sure you use it next time.
Thank you. I'm so bad at remembering to use things because I just trust the dice. I never want to like defy it, you know. So.
Actually, I mean that's pretty cool too, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that being said, we will end our session of our stream. So from the first chapter to the last page, Oh no! Before I go, I gotta just say, also a thank you for our music. Featuring music from Dark Fantasy Studios. We featuring music from Jan Rosa. Jan Rosa has been with us since campaign 1 and has made amazing music like this one that really gives you the feel. So thank you, Jan Rosa. Thank you, Dark Fantasy Studios, and of course, a Tale of D20 original soundtrack that you've heard as well. And of course, Fantasy Grounds. If you want to go to fantasygrounds.com, or please click on the link below for if you wish to also get Fantasy Grounds, our affiliate link. And that, with that being said, from the first chapter to the last page, be kind to one another, spread love, and we will see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Let's see
Bye.
who we
Goodbye.
can raid. Actually, I'm gonna spread the love because we got a lot of love today. Where? Sorry,
Are we still live?
we are, because I forgot.
Oh, hi world.
I'm sorry,
still
Yeah.
alive.
I completely forgot that we should raid. So
yeah, we should raid.
Yeah,
Should
so,
raid.
Yeah, so let me boop raid channel. Oh, Sensei Suplex. I love watching them. We're gonna go ahead and give Sensei Suplex a raid. And
Awesome.
all right, so in
Gosh.
a few seconds, 3, 2, 1. Now goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
All right.
Jeez, what heavy fucking